2 touchdowns and those 5 completions for 112 yards. So they basically use the pass as an end to a mean by run the football, we'll try to catch you off guard with a pass here and there. So if you're Snow Canyon, hopefully you can pick your spots. You can figure out where this run game is going, try to shut it down, make Green Valley one-dimensional. That's what the Gators don't want. You had Martinez last week for this Green Valley team, 8 carries, 53 yards, and then you had Rios Vargas out of the backfield who had a receiving touchdowns. They use their running backs a lot, and when they are passing, chances are they're going deep or they're setting up a screen. Right. Is what it looks like from Green Valley. So Snow Canyon should recognize a couple of the points of attack for this Gator offense. Hopefully they can be predictable enough for Snow Canyon to capitalize on. This is a defense that has a ton of talent. Obviously, Tegan Whitehead, I think he's second right now in 4A in terms of tackles. And then you also have Ryder Holt, who's sitting in that top 5 as well. So Snow Canyon's defense, they're going to be asked to try to make some big plays tonight against a Green Valley team that we're not quite sure on, but it does appear as if they have some offensive chops, mostly using those running backs as they put up 18 in that loss to Harriman.
All right, let's go to, before we get Larry's final pick, let's go to Uncle Hank, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, his pick of the week. Go ahead, Hank. What do you got?
You people are rednecks.
Reporting live from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, here's the pick of the week with Uncle Hank. Presented by Wilkinson's House of Lighting.
This is Henry Bouchard, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, coming to you from the Beehive Grill in Logan, Utah. But am I asked to give you a pick about the Logan Grizzlies or the Skyview Thunderhawks? No. I'm asked to give you my opinion on Snow Canyon versus Grand Valley. Take Snow Canyon in this week's regular season Bouchard, if you're interested. Lock of the week.
All right, Uncle Hank going with, I think he's 0-2.
All right.
Looking for his first win of the year, and he likes Snow Canyon. I like that pick. All right, Larry, who you got? We got to go, buddy. Who you like? Snow Canyon. What do you say, Grand? It's not Grand Valley.
It's Green Valley.
Green Valley.
Uncle Hank said Grand Valley.
Go ahead, Larry.
Snow Canyon is going to wipe the floor with these dudes from Henderson. Tank is going to roll over him like a tank. Warriors 29, Gators 20.
All right, there you go. Both of them like Snow Canyon. It's Region 9 game day. Thanks for being with us, everybody, and cannot wait for kickoff over at Snow Canyon High School. Rustin Burnside, myself, Big Game James back in the studio. Carrick Segmiller over there as well. All brought to you by our good friends at Ideal Home and Auto Paint. Check out their home showroom, 4096 South River Road, and, of course, their auto paint store on Tabernacle. And appreciate Bucks Ace Hardware. The pregame show always built by Bucks Ace, and our good friends at Appliance Wholesalers Plus and Fabulous Freddy's. Quick break, back with more right after this.
Welcome to the Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Night. Let's go.
You're looking live, Snow Canyon High School. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson here with you on our Ideal Home and Auto Paint Game of the Night. Snow Canyon Warriors taking on the Green Valley Gators out of Henderson, Nevada. You've been listening to the Bucks Ace Hardware Region 9 Game Day pregame show. Check out Bucks Ace, 3 Southern Utah locations, Dino Crossing in St. George, Santa Clara, and, of course, up in Hurricane. Time now for our Tink Superior Auto Parts keys to the game. Burnsy.
Hey, T, let's jump into it as we gear up for kickoff here. 81 pass to 58 run attempts this year for Snow Canyon. The pass is great, but we saw how solid Reynolds was against Manti as this ball goes end over end.
Man, Snow Canyon going to bobble it for a second, gets it at about the 2-yard line, turns upfield, and he's going to be corralled before the 10-yard line. Great coverage by the Gators, and it took a second for them to corral it down there. William West was the return man for Snow Canyon.
Nice tackle there for Green Valley getting in. Baden Kidwell was the one making the stop on special teams. But we talked about that run game against Manti. Make sure you stick to it, set it up. Reynolds is great out of the backfield. He's proved successful here as he leads the team in receptions. He's got 11 with 66, so continue to do that. Also, don't be afraid to go deep. Snow Canyon has attempted a ton of passes, typically about 40 a game, but nobody's better at the deep ball. Well, few than JT Westbrook. 6 receptions, 211 yards. Watch number 19 potentially streaking down the sideline on one-on-one situations.
Here's Talon Kelly. He'll motion Max Reynolds out and then throw to him to the left side. Caught by Reynolds, and he will be stuck after about a 1-yard gain. We talked about the importance of Reynolds in this pass game out of the backfield. He's been pretty good all year.
Yeah, it's almost as if we had a good idea. 11 receptions coming into this game. Make that his 12th for a couple yards. They like to utilize him for Tank Kelly. It's a lot of quick outs when he's going downfield. It's typically going to be to JT Westbrook.
Here's Tank. Twins to the near side. Single receiver on the far side. H-back to Kelly's right. He's going to take the snap. They're going to run power with Kelly up the middle. He lowers his shoulder, spins around, is going to get close to the line to gain, but come up just about half a yard. No, they're going to give him a fabulous Freddy's first down there on second down. Nice power run by Tank.
Feel it up, wash it down. Fabulous Freddy's, one of our great local sponsors, and big, powerful run. You said it, by Tank Kelly. Only had 34 rushing yards coming into this game, AT. Surprisingly, you know that's going to go up as the season progresses. He's been slinging it, but he's one of the biggest, strongest quarterbacks we have in region, and we're going to see a lot more of that.
Kelly takes the snap, looking to throw quickly, pump fakes, and then pulls it down and runs. He's got a lot of green grass ahead of him. He's at the 40, makes a man miss. The 45 dives to the 50, and Tank Kelly showing the wheels here early in the first quarter.
That's what they call pocket presence, AT. Notice things start to collapse. Realize the left tackle, left guard had created enough of a hole. It was clearly a designed pass play. He sees open field, takes off, and it wasn't just enough to pick up the big gain. Tank had to put on a couple nice moves. Plants that left foot, goes back to the right, then ducks back inside to make a couple Gators miss.
1st and 10 from the 50. Thanks for being with us. Snow Canyon, their first drive of the game against the Green Valley Gators. Here's Tank. High snap. Throws it outside to Max Reynolds, who lowers a shoulder on the sideline, but will be stopped for about a no gain to 1 yard gain. Nice physical run there regardless by Reynolds.
Green Valley absolutely came into this game recognizing that Snow Canyon was going to try to utilize that tailback in the passing game. They've done it twice, both times. They've covered it well. I believe only 2 yards and 2 attempts as far as that quick little swing pass goes out of the backfield.
Here we go, 2nd down and 10 coming up for Coach Tim Nowatzki, the offensive coordinator here for the Warriors. Here's the snap to Kelly looking to throw. Throws a loft corner route. Incomplete. Intended receiver was number 26 over there, Cale Johnson. Just overshot him. And incomplete will be 3rd and 10 coming up for the Warriors.
And pressure shown by Green Valley on 2nd down. They sent safety Ryson Lum headed after Tank Kelly. Tank wasn't able to quite get his feet set as well as he wanted. Wasn't able to get enough power in it as he saw the strong safety closing in. Good pursuit there.
And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field. I'm not sure if it's a official timeout or a team timeout. White Hat walking over towards us. Timeout's brought to you by our good friends at Dixie Chiropractic. Check out Dr. Ward Wagner and his awesome staff with the most advanced technology and expertise in the field of chiropractic in all of southern Utah. Check out DixieChiro.com. 3rd and 10 coming up. They've had success with Tank just pulling it down and running it, Rustin.
Yeah,
we'll
twice.
see if they want to allow him to do that or if they want to put it in the air. It looks like they're going to call out an administrator here from Snow Canyon to discuss something at midfield. I don't know what the heck's going on here, Bernsey.
Always a weird situation. And for Snow Canyon, this is the first home game of the season for Warrior Faithful. They've been on the road both games early on, going to Stansbury, going to Manti. This is the first time they get to play in front of everybody. And you're right, it's an odd stoppage. You don't see these types of situations a whole awful lot. Makes you wonder what's going on as the offense trots back out.
And it's Kyle Campbell over there on the far sideline talking to some officials and a couple of members of the chain crew. And that might be what it is. They might have a chain link loose or something and need to replace it as they're hustling over to the shed. We'll go ahead and let's take a 1-minute break. 1-minute timeout, official timeout on the field, brought to you by Dixie. No, here comes the offense. They're going to say, hey, we'll make do with the chains. It's 3rd and 10, and we'll keep it right here. Here comes Kelly and the Warriors. Diesel Smith will be in the backfield with Tank. Twins to either side. Actually, trips to the near side. And here we go. We're ready for action. Here's the snap to Tank. Drop back, looking to the right. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. Nobody was ready for it. It looked like he was expecting a receiver to turn in, who kept going on a go route, and that falls incomplete.
Sean Mills, the Gator, on the coverage against Samaje Thompson. And it was a one-on-one scenario where you thought Thompson maybe had a step, but you're right. That ball just sails underneath. No one particularly close to hanging on to that one. And I don't, as a quarterback, how distracted are you when your whole offensive line in front of you kind of ends up on the ground? There were Gators, Warriors tangled up all at the feet of Tank Kelly. He wasn't under pressure per se, but maybe enough that he was looking down slightly and wasn't able to get enough power there.
Here we go. Here's the pump man. That's Talon Kelly. He'll rugby kick it over to the right side. Caught at the 20, makes a man miss, gets to about the 33-yard line. And a nice return there by Jerome Kozlowski.
And now we're going to see the Gators for the first time. This is a team that's already played here in the Beehive State this season, taking on the Harriman Mustangs. That was a 30-18 loss at the hands of 6A Harriman. And you talked about last year, wasn't a great year, especially against Arborview, a team that Snow Canyon themselves played and lost to 7-0.
Yeah.
The Gators didn't have easy sledding against that Arborview team, but that was last year. In the past, you look at this year, I think Green Valley has a revamped squad, a lot of excitement for this team, led by quarterback number 9, that's Tho is his name, Jack Tho. And they do have a solid running game. Martinez had a good chunk of yardage against that Mustang squad. We'll see what they do here.
Tho comes out with an up back and a side cart left running back. Takes the snap, hands it right up the middle, and it's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Snow Canyon having none of it for a big stop there on first down.
First Warrior in the backfield. Who else? It's either going to be Tegan Whitehead or Ryder Holt. These two guys both in the top 5 of total tackles in the 4A classification. This one, mark it up to number 4, Ryder Holt.
Big Ryder Holt, at least a 2-sport athlete. He might do track and field as well, but plays on the basketball program. And middle linebacker here tonight, along with number 2, Tegan Whitehead. Very talented linebacking core for Coach Esplin this year.
It's cool to see the changeup in Snow Canyon's defense. You have Mikhail Swenson, a linebacker last year, transitioned to the safety spot. It's made the Warriors' defense all the better as Whitehead and Holt lead the way in the linebacking core.
2nd and 9. Here comes Tho. Handoff again up the middle. He's going to kick it out to the right side. Will they seal the edge? They do. And nowhere to go once again for the Gators. It'll be 3rd and 9 coming up.
Whitehead was in pursuit, but somebody out of the secondary got there first and foremost and cut down Martinez. It's clear that Green Valley wants to run. In that game against Harriman AT, they only attempted 15 passes, completed 5 of those. The issue is when they do pass, they're very effective. Those 5 completions, 2 of those ended up in a Gator touchdown.
Wow. 3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line for the Gators. Trips to the near side. We'll see if Tho puts it in the air here for the first time this possession. Takes the snap, rolls out to his left, throws an out route, caught. Receiver turns his shoulders, but will go out of bounds short of the first down. Well executed by the Gators, but William West there, the defender for the Warriors, to push him out of bounds short of the first down.
Green Valley gets things moving a little bit offensively, and Tho's going to go over, talk to Coach. I believe the Gators coach name, AT, it's Coach Amaro is going to be his name. Gives the call, and the offense back out on the field. You think this is just a hard count situation this early in the game?
Yeah, I think we'll see a hard count here. But, you know, if they're a ground and pound team, sometimes you play 4 downs regardless of where you are on the field. They'll come out with a 2-back set, and we'll see if Tho hard counts it or actually snaps the ball here. Snow Canyon with a 4-man front here on 4th and short. Tho puts his hands out. Hard count. Somebody moves on the Gators, and that looked to be a procedure penalty against the offense, and that'll back them up 5 more yards. 4th and 6. Definitely a punt situation now for the Gators. Thanks for being with us. Our Ideal Home and Auto Paint game of the night from Snow Canyon High School. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson, Carrick Segmiller, our director tonight, and Big Game James back in the studio. Check out Ideal Home and Auto Paint. Home store, 4096 South River Road. For everything you need for your fall home improvement projects, Ideal has that. They've been your locally owned paint store since 1975 with the Odette family. As we're going to see the Gators come out and punt to Snow Canyon, who had a pretty good first drive, Rustin, running the ball at the quarterback. They just couldn't complete anything through the air. And I'm sure Coach Nowatzki's got a way to fix that in his second possession.
Well, Tank Kelly moved the ball down the field by his legs. One play designed specifically for him. The other, he decided to call his own number as the pocket collapsed. But you're right, every time they draw back to throw the football, his only completions have been to Reynolds out of the backfield. Nothing downfield.
Here's the kick, low and sharp. Bounces at the 30, got at the 25. Huge block by Snow Canyon. And here's Swenson down the left sideline. He's knocked out of bounds, but in plus territory about the 40 of the Gators. Nice return, and what a block by Snow Canyon.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to grab a number on the blocker there. Big time hit. It was 23 or 24. That jersey's tucked up in the corner, so it's hard to tell, but absolutely leveling. That was the first guy down for Green Valley. Could have been the one to make a play, slow up the ball carrier. Wasn't the case. Snow Canyon does a good job on special teams, and they're immediately starting on first down in Green Valley territory.
At the 40, here comes Tank, his starting running back, Max Reynolds. And then the Trips guys, Conrad Green, the near side, or the closest slot. And Bryce Barnes, the wide receiver. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff, throw it over the middle. And it is incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there to Conrad Green, but it falls to the turf.
Conrad Green coming into this game has 5 receptions, 59 yards, a long of 37. Snow Canyon has a plethora of wide receivers. They like to use different guys. We're going to call multiple names throughout the night as they switch people in and out. But Conrad, one of those main receivers. Kel, one of those main receivers. JT, that you see near side closest to us. He's going to be one of your deep threats. But Snow Canyon's a team that always seems to have at least 3-4 wide receivers who can get it done.
Here we go. Tank in the shotgun, takes the snap. This time gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds gets through the first line of defense and then brought down after about a 5-yard gain over to that left side where Big Tag Goobler was. And a good gain there by the Warriors to make it 3rd and 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, AT. Is that the first rush attempt for Snow Canyon?
Yeah.
That's the first time they've just turned around and handed it
Here you go.
to Max Reynolds, who gets a couple there. Max had a great game last week where he had 119 yards, 7.4 yards per carry. You know they want to see that production that he had against Manti translate here.
3rd and 6 actually here from the 36-yard line. Snow Canyon. Kelly takes the snap, pump fakes right, flushed out of the pocket, points to his receiver to go downfield. He throws it to him. It's Conrad Green. He's got it at the 15, the 10, dives to about the 7-yard line. Great freelance backyard play there from Kelly to Green.
And that's Tank Kelly directing traffic, saying, hey, I got to roll out of the pocket here. I'm under pressure. He points at Conrad and says, turn. Downfield now, leaves the defender in the dust, and Snow Canyon in the red zone, first time tonight.
1st and goal in the Matt Hickman team at Academy Mortgage red zone. From about the 7-yard line, Tank gets the ball, hands it to Max Reynolds, but he's gobbled up by some Gators in the backfield for a short loss, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sean Mackey for Green Valley getting into the Warrior backfield, creating chaos. Only 2nd rush attempt of the game. You wonder here, once they're inside the 10-yard line as they are, how do the plays change up? You've ran it twice, you've thrown a couple times, called a quarterback draw here and there.
Here's Tank, Bryce Barnes, his receiver in the backfield. They're going to motion a man over, fake the jet sweep. Tank up the middle, breaks through a couple of tackles, gets a couple yards, but good job by the Gators, stuffing him in the middle short of the goal line.
This is the 2nd time tonight that Green Valley's defense has bent, right? Snow Canyon's put a little pressure on, but last time they were able to step up, kept them on 3rd down. Now here with their backs against the goal line, we'll see how much pressure the Gators bring. They've already shown they're not too afraid to send a blitz, not too afraid to send more guys than you'd expect and try to catch Tank Kelly off guard. We'll see what they draw up here.
3rd and goal from the 4 down territory, I'm sure, for Snow Canyon. Here's Tank, takes the snap, fakes it to Barnes, throws it over the middle, and it's caught! Touchdown, J.T. Westbrook on a beautifully executed RPO in the red zone for the Warriors.
Beautiful play. You mentioned he's going to simply decide to keep that ball himself, makes the quick throw, and JT with the hands. It's not as if the cornerback had completely bit or was out of place. It's just that ball hit JT right between the hands, and it stayed there. It wasn't going anywhere. Big-time touchdown for Westbrook. That's going to be touchdown number 2, I think, for JT. No, number 3 for JT on the season.
Appliance Wholesalers Plus TD for Snow Canyon. Trust the boys at Sell GE at AWP, our touchdown sponsor. Across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Also stay tuned for the Appliance Wholesalers Plus playmaker of the game at the end of this one. And a nice red zone score by Snow Canyon. And then the St. George Topper PAT makes it 7-0 on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard. 1 minute break. We'll be back right after this.
Give your home a stunning, easy, modern update this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. Panel Up design wall panels at Ideal Home and Paint offer countless possibilities to creatively design your interior with natural accents. Whether you prefer a modern, luxurious interior or a modern style, our wall panels can be adapted to any decor. Beautify your home this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. 4096 South River Road in St. George. Your locally owned and operated home decor expert since 1975.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Welcome back. Ideal Home and Auto Paint game of the night here in southern Utah. Snow Canyon with a 7-0 lead after a beautifully executed throw from Talon Kelly to JT Westbrook.
It was a fantastic, it was that RPO. Tank keeps it himself, quick fire to JT, who does a good job using his body almost as a basketball player, positioning, boxing out, sticking those hands out. That ball stays, and Snow Canyon now up 7-0. They'll send it back to Green Valley for the second time today.
Here's the boot, and over and will float into the end zone for a touchback. Kicks brought to you by St. George Topper. Check out St. George Topper. Don't go topless. Get the best selection of shell covers and truck accessories. St. George Topper, with over 30 years of experience in the industry. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson here with you. And we've seen the Gators offense, Rustin. What was your take, first impressions of what they can do and what threat they pose to the Snow Canyon defense tonight?
Well, it was a quick 3 and out for Green Valley, but the plays were simply sitting in 2 run plays and then Tho kind of rolling out. It was a nice pass, stopped short. They were going to go for it on 4th down. The issue is, AT, when you have a penalty, when you're going for it on 4th down, it makes it a little bit harder, so they have to punt that football away. They showed they can move the football, maybe march down the field methodically. They just have to watch the penalty. Snow Canyon's defense, though, did a good job containing that run.
Tho passing on 1st down, throws a tunnel screen outside complete to Aiden Adams for about a 3-yard gain. Well pursued by the interior of the Snow Canyon defense to keep him at 3 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 coming up.
Every single time, and it's been a limited sample size, the Gator ends up with this football, whether it be the tailback trying to dive between the offensive line or a receiver. There have been multiple black jerseys around the guy. I mean, Snow Canyon is a defense that simply swarms. I know you look at Tegan Whitehead and you look at Ryder Holt and some of these guys, like everybody's a tackler on this team.
2nd down, 6 to go. Here's Tho, 2 backs, 1 to either side of him. Takes the snap, hands it up the middle. Snow Canyon had a chance in the backfield, but he spurts through and will get positive yards, a couple of yards to make it 3rd and 4 about. 3rd and 3.
Good job by Tho there. He just kind of kept it tucked right in the chest of Martinez, almost traveled with him for a couple of yards before he decided to pull away, doing their absolute best to sell that. And it's a minor thing, but that's the difference in picking up maybe 4 yards versus 1 yard, right?
3rd and 3 coming up. We'll see what the Warriors dial up here. In a short yardage situation, Tho has shown that he can complete that short pass on the perimeter. But he's got 2 running backs that they trust in key situations. We'll see if they go to either one of them here. On 3rd and 3, 4-man front for Snow Canyon. Stacked 3 linebackers. We'll see what they send. From the 27-yard line, here come the Gators. They're going to throw it. Tho looking over the middle, then pulls it down, evades a would-be sack guy, and runs for a fabulous Freddy's 1st down. And he was on a one-on-one tunnel situation with a Warrior and just made a miss. Late flag flies. And we'll see what the call is here. It's sitting at the old line of scrimmage.
They're moving the chains over there on the sideline now as we continue to wait. Tho ran 9 times against the Harriman Mustangs for 54 yards, so definitely capable when it comes to maneuvering the pocket, picking up a first down. It looked like Tag Gubler might have an opportunity to dive in, though just with that foot speed, able to bust out to the far side and pick up that first down.
Here comes the call. It'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Gators, and that'll move them back. They'll retain that first down yardage, I believe. Because I think it came well after the play was complete, as Coach Esplin will walk out and get an explanation, as Green Valley's coach also out talking to the referees, trying to get a rundown of what happened. Thanks for being with us. You're listening to the Ideal Home and Auto Paint Game of the Night. Also want to thank our good friends at Sky Mountain Golf Course. Hit it to the sky, the beautiful Sky Mountain Golf Course, one of the most scenic courses in the state. Call for your tee time at 635-7888. And also wanted to review, Rustin, our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player for Snow Canyon tonight. Improve your speed, power, agility, and overall performance at Intermountain Sports Performance. They've got certified trainers who have been helping athletes in Region 9 and in Southern Utah for over 20 years at Intermountain Sports Performance. And our Star Watch player tonight, Rustin, is...
We were rolling. We were talking about this during Region 9 game day. JT Westbrook, 5th in receiving yards in the entire 4A classification, which is impressive considering he only had 6 receptions, AT. 211 yards on 6 receptions, you know that's big yardage. We look at him as a big play guy, and tonight he starts it off strong with that touchdown grab from Tank Kelly a couple yards out to get things going for Snow Canyon. Tank, also honorable mention there, 9th in passing touchdowns. That's going to jump up. He now currently sits at 5. 4th in passing yards in 4A. Max Reynolds, he's 10th in 4A in rush yards so far at 208. And then Tegan Whitehead, 2nd in tackles at 23. Ryder Holt, 5th with 19. All those numbers have since risen as we've got underway here at Snow Canyon High School. But out of all those names, I think it's fitting to go with JT Westbrook as our Star Watch player of the night as he gets things going early on.
Star Watch brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. Here's the Gators. Snow Canyon barely ready for the snap. Gators took advantage of it. Took Snow Canyon a while to get out on the field. And Green Valley rushes it right up the gut for a good chunk gain there on first down.
That's Martinez. He's kind of just got that compact build, speed, power underneath. And it's tough. If you go to tackle someone like that up high, up around the shoulder pads, they have that ability to just kind of keep those feet churning and keep you moving as they plow forward. 2nd and short coming up for Tho and the Gator offense. Will they keep it on the ground, or will they try to punch one here through the air? Tho looking left to right, comes set, puts his hands out, takes the snap, and he's going to drop back and pass. He's looking right, throws an out route, complete, first down Gators, and out of bounds. Completion to Theo Edquilang for a Fabulous Freddy's first down. There we go. It's a team, as we knew coming into this game, that probably wasn't going to pass it a whole awful lot. But when they do, they're pretty effective at it. A couple nice little reads there. Tho does a good job finding his man on that far side, works back up on a little curl route, and just like that, you got another Green Valley first down. They have yet to get into Snow Canyon territory, but they sure are moving.
Thanks for being with us. For those watching the stream, you'll notice anytime there's an exciting play, the whole camera starts shaking like the world is ending. It's not. It's just the student section jumping up and down. Great student section here at Snow Canyon High School. And we got a tackle in the backfield, Rustin, by Snow Canyon. And was that McHale?
That right there was going to be, I think it was Diesel, actually.
Oh, it was Diesel.
Yeah, Diesel Smith getting into the backfield and disrupting Tho as he tried to plunge forward. Big-time play for Snow Canyon, and it's going to be a 2nd and long scenario, loss of 2.
And if you're driving home and want to continue watching this game, just go to sportsradio977.com. And this is our featured game of the night. So far, pretty good. Snow Canyon with a 7-0 lead on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Gators. Tho hands it off up the middle, and Snow Canyon, they're waiting for him. Right at the line of scrimmage, a tackle made by Tegan Whitehead.
And you're going to see Tegan there. He's got that jersey pulled up over his left shoulder pad after the grab. We've seen guys try to tackle Martinez high. It hasn't worked because he has that power. This time Tegan goes low, makes quick work of it. And now it's going to be third, and we're back to the original line of scrimmage for Green Valley.
3rd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here comes Tho. Twins to the near side. And we'll see if Snow Canyon sends numbers here on 3rd and 10. Tho, single back with him. Straight drop back. Snow Canyon sends 4. Tho's got time. He throws it over the middle. Complete! What a pass as pressure was coming at him. Complete to Ben Byington for a Fabulous Freddy's first down for the Gators.
And that was a big-time throw. You talk about Tho sitting in the pocket, hanging in there. Snow Canyon had Trey Vaughn coming off the outside, did a great job of putting pressure on the backside. He could feel him coming, couldn't see him, still hung in there, delivered an absolute strike. And for the first time this game, the Gators are in Warrior country.
1st and 10 for the Gators. Play of the game so far for Green Valley. 49 seconds on our Nets on Fire clock, ticking away. 2 backs back with Tho. 3 receivers, and we've got a flag. And an illegal participation penalty will be called against the Gators. They broke the huddle with 12. And that'll be an easy 5-yard call for the White Hat. March them back. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate all of our sponsors helping us bring you the action tonight, including the Matt Hickman team at Academy Mortgage. Check out the Matt Hickman lending team. Top 1% mortgage originator in the country. Right here in southern Utah, your own backyard. Matt Hickman, of course, the quarterback coach for Snow Canyon, has been for a long time and was the state championship winning quarterback for the football team back in '96. Last time Snow Canyon won a championship. So very proud to have him as a sponsor of our coverage here tonight. 1st and 15 for the Gators. Here's Tho. Takes the snap. Rolls out to the left. Will check it down to his running back. Makes the catch and knocked out of bounds, but will get about 6 yards on the dump off.
That's Rios Vargas who had the reception. He had a receiving touchdown in that loss to Harriman as well. Just like Snow Canyon, Green Valley is not afraid to use those running backs out of the backfield. And I got to give credit there to Martinez. That was a big-time block pickup by him as Snow Canyon sent a little bit of pressure to keep his quarterback upright as he delivered the strike. And just like that, they're back in Snow Canyon territory once again after the penalty took him out of it.
5 seconds on our Nets on Fire clock. And we're going to have a timeout by Green Valley. The runner went out of bounds, so the clock stopped. So they had 5 seconds left in the first quarter. And I don't know if the offensive coordinator was ready with a play call, assuming that the quarter would expire. So they've got to burn a timeout in a really weird situation there. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back on ESPN 97.7.
When you think of Buck's Ace Hardware, you probably think a great place to get tools and hardware, and you're right. But what you may not know is the second that you walk into Buck's Ace Hardware located at Dino Crossing, you see that it's so much more. Like a gun department that's sure to take your breath away, a garden center for all your outdoor needs, a great selection of board games and toys that can't be found anywhere else in southern Utah, and best of all, you're always greeted by a friendly face, because at Buck's Ace Hardware, you're treated like part of the family. So go and see them today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's.
Welcome back. Appreciate Fabulous Freddy's. Fuel it up, wash it down, and save it. 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's locations. 2nd and 9. Here we go. Crowd on their feet. Gators in plus territory for the first time tonight. Handoff goes up the middle. And once again, it's Jackson Rios Vargas who cuts it up. Good little gain there. 2 or 3 yards.
That's
and
big.
It'll make it 3rd and 6.
That's Tag Gubler hanging on for the tackle, wearing number 56 for Snow Canyon. Tough play. It seemed like he might squirt through for just a moment, but Tag able to hold him up.
All right, we came back for that one play, hardly worth it. We're going to take another break. 60-second timeout. We'll be back with you second quarter right here on ESPN 97.7. Snow Canyon leads 7-0.
Southern Utah's #1 indoor roller skating rink offers roller skating for all ages, a mini putting green, air hockey tables, and now excited to offer a new private party room with karaoke. Book your next birthday party or group event online at skatetherink.com. For upcoming events, follow us at The Rink on social media. The rink is located off Dixie Drive at the Be More Sports Complex. Once again, check us out at skatetherink.com. Let the good times roll, Southern Utah.
For
everything you need to keep your sports gear safe and secure, go to St. George Topper, offering tonneau covers, bed liners, WeatherTech floor mats, custom seat covers, running boards, and more. St. George Topper on the Boulevard. Don't go topless.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Intermountain Sports Medicine.
Welcome back. 3rd and 7. Huge play for the Gators from the 41-yard line of Snow Canyon. Here's Stowe. Takes the snap. Drop back. Looking to the left. Throws an out route. A little bit short, but caught. Trey Glasper. What an effort flying back to the ball and making the catch before it got to the turf for a fabulous Freddy's first down, and the Gators keep marching.
Glasper did not record a reception against Harriman. Fantastic route ran there as he came back to the football. That's one thing about Green Valley you have to appreciate. These receivers actually really move well without the ball in their hands. They're able to run these routes smoothly. Their quarterback, who's been under a little bit of pressure, there's a level of chemistry there that you can tell. He knew his receiver was going to be curling back around, and it gets the first down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's the snap from Tho. Fakes to one running back, gives to the other, and he is stuck right in the middle. I think Big Tag Goobler was a part of that one, Rustin. Brick wall. I think Jackson Rios Vargas ran into it.
Yeah, I saw Tag, I saw Teagan, I saw 2, 3, 4 Warriors jerseys there. The ground game, it's been slow sledding right now for the Gators. The pass, though, has been crazy effective for this team. Snow Canyon's defensive interior doing a good job getting push and slowing up Rios Vargas and Martinez so far in this game.
2nd and 10 from the 32. Here's Tho. Twins to either side. Running back right next to him. We'll see if they go to the air again. They do. Throw it outside, and he's immediately swung down to the ground after he makes the catch on a quick just little mini bubble out to the left side for no gain. It'll be 3rd down coming up for the Gators.
Good closing pursuit off the quick out pass by Ryder Entz. I think he's going to get credited with the tackle there. Closes fast, wraps up cleanly, and now Snow Canyon's defense with an opportunity to shut Green Valley down as they've marched further and further down the field.
2 plays, no yardage, 3rd and 10 from the 32. 2 backs this time for Tho. Snow Canyon look like they're going to send numbers. They send 4. Tho's got time, rolls out to the left, throws it against his body, and it falls into the hands of the receiver.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Snow Canyon was blanketing him, face guarding the receiver. The receiver falls to the ground, and he pops up, and the ball is somehow in his lap, Rustin. And the referees will consult and confirm that's a touchdown.
I did not see that. I did not expect it. That is a big-time snag. And how about that throw to the point where we're like, okay, that's incomplete on the ground. For him to come up with it, Tho places it perfectly, and the Gators strike back, making it 7-6, point after pending.
I couldn't tell if it just snuck right around the defender or if it was deflected and fell into the guy's
I
lap,
honestly wasn't even looking at the catch, AT. I was looking to see if there was a potential pass
that's what
interference
I
flag
thought.
because it appeared as if the defender ran into the receiver beforehand, and no.
Wow. Plains Wholesalers plus touchdown. What a catch by the Gators, and the St. George Topper PAT up and good. We get a 7-7 ball game here at Snow Canyon High School. 9:57 left in the second quarter. 30-second timeout. We'll be back on ESPN 97.7.
Feeling pain from a car accident? Go to Dixie Chiropractic, your trusted clinic. No worries. You don't pay if it wasn't your fault. Their experts ensure a hassle-free recovery. Visit them today for laser therapy, spinal decompression, ozone, PRP, Calmar therapy, and more. Your path to recovery starts at DixieChiro.com.
DixieChiro.com. DixieChiro.com.
Welcome back to the game. Brought to you in part by Bucks Ace Hardware.
Welcome back. Appreciate Bucks Ace Hardware, the sponsor of tonight's trivia question. We're going to go to Big Game James later on this quarter, and we're going to ask the Bucks Ace Hardware trivia question for tonight. Check out Bucks Ace, 3 Southern Utah locations, Hurricane, Santa Clara, and the Dino Crossing in St. George, proud sponsor of local high school athletics. And the best gun department in town, if I do say so myself. 7-7 ball game, 9:57 here in the second quarter. Short kick bounces at the 30, comes back towards the Gators, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. That was a dangerous kick return. The ball bounced at about the 28-yard line and bounced back towards the kicking team. Had they been able to fall on it, would have been their ball. Luckily for Snow Canyon, it goes out of bounds. Even though I think it may have been knocked out of bounds. We'll see if they're going to say out at the 30 or if they're going to call a penalty and put it at the 35. It looks like they're discussing that right now. Snow Canyon went down and scored their last time with the ball. 7-7 here. Thanks for being with us on ESPN 97.7 as well as Sports Radio 977.com, where you can watch our featured game every Friday this year.
AT, you ready for some Region 10 updates?
Yes.
Let's jump into it real quickly. Cedar up 10-0 on Canyon View.
Wow.
Canyon View been scoring 50-plus every time. Cedar got them at 0. Reds on top. Pineview leading Tooele 14-7. Hurricane and Hillcrest tied at 7 apiece. Last we saw, Park City and Dixie, it's the Miners up 7-0 on the Flyers. Follow us at ESPN 977 for your Region 9 updates. Big game, tweeting those out from the studio.
1st and 10 for Tank. Takes the handoff, gives it to Max. Max breaks a tackle through the first line. Ooh. Almost breaks it from the safety, but brought down after about a 13-yard gain. What a burst by Max Reynolds.
This is what we were talking about. That Manti game, that's all Max Reynolds was doing. Pushing forward, hitting the hole with power. This time he demonstrates it one more time on what should be his 4th rush attempt of the game, and it results in a big Warrior pickup. Other than Tank Kelly's run, that's probably your 2nd highest yardage play for the Warriors offense up to this point.
1st and 10 for Tank. Motion man comes behind him, whistle, dead ball. We'll see if it'll go against Snow Canyon on the line of scrimmage. False start on the Warriors, goes back 5 yards. And it'll be 1st and 15 from the 43-yard line of Snow Canyon as the sun slowly falling down behind the press box. Going to help out the Henderson, Nevada crew over on the guest bleachers here in a second. They're looking right into the sun. That's where the home fans used to sit before a couple years ago. Drop off pass to Max Reynolds. He's got tons of room. Makes the catch. Gets the first down and knocked out of bounds. Nearly in the red zone. Max Reynolds. Man, he gets up and goes when he gets the ball.
Max is an important part to this Snow Canyon offense. I know he's not the receiver on a team that passes the ball about 40 times a game, but gosh, he's your leading rusher, and he's so effective out of the backfield. That's his 13th reception on the season to lead all Snow Canyon players. They use him in a variety of ways, and right now he's the sole reason the Warriors continue to march downfield.
1st and 10. Here's Tank looking to throw a corner route, throws it out wide. Ball nearly caught. Great defensive play by the Gators to knock it out of the hands of Alex DeLeo.
That's Theo Edekwang who knocks that ball away. Good closing speed. Kept his eye on the ball the whole time. Didn't get there too early. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Nice touch pass, I thought, by Kelly. Just better defense by the Gators as Tank looks over to the sideline, gets the call, comes up. Reynolds next to him at the running back position. Here's Tank, takes the snap, gives the handoff up the middle. That's not Reynolds. That's Cale Esplin, who gets nearly enough for a Fabulous Freddy's 1st down. I believe his 1st carry of the game, makes it a good one, and just comes up about a foot short maybe, and it'll be 3rd and a foot coming up for the Warriors.
And I love the substitution. You bring in Cale, and you allow this defense to say, okay, Max is out of the ball game for a quick second. Maybe we don't have to worry too much about the run. Certainly not the case as Esplin pushes that one close to the 1st down marker. And it looks like Tank's going to go, well, he's going to talk to his line. I was wondering if he was going to go under center and try to just push forward on that one. Not the case. He goes back into the gun.
3rd and short coming up here for the Warriors. He takes the snap. We have movement. And this will be devastating if it's on Snow Canyon with an inch to go. They're going to have a procedure penalty to knock them back 5 yards. And that's got to be frustrating for Coach Esplin as now it'll be 3rd and 5.1 yards.
Well, we've seen Green Valley do it to themselves in that first quarter. We see Snow Canyon here on a 3rd and short scenario, to just simply shoot yourself in the foot. Now the Warriors have a little bit more field to cover.
Here's Tank from the 24-yard line inside the Matt Hickman lending team red zone. Takes the snap, looking to pass, looking right, throws it short over the middle. It's caught, and he's spun down. Conrad Green about a yard short of the first down. Another really good defensive play by the Gators. Gave up a little bit, but short tackle to keep them short of the first down.
And this is Jerome Koslowski, who's been doing this all night long. Reynolds has tried to run him over twice, and he's hung on both times, preventing even bigger plays. And that one, he makes a clutch tackle on Conrad, who looked like he was going to have some room.
6:55 left here in the second quarter. 7-7 ball game. 4th and short for Snow Canyon. Here's Talon in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, trying to get out wide. He does, gets the first down, and a gutsy call by Tate Kelly on the keeper. Keeps the drive going. Fabulous Freddy's first down, Warriors.
Theo Edquilang with the tackle for Green Valley. And the impressive thing about that play, AT, I feel like the Gators actually ended up reading it well. They weren't fooled. They didn't bite. There was 3 guys in the vicinity around Tank. Tank just said, time to go to work. Turned on the afterburners, put the shoulder down, and cut himself into a first down to extend this Warriors drive. Second trip into the red zone here tonight.
1st and 10 for the Warriors from the 20. In the red zone. They had success last time they were down at this part of the field. Here's Tank, handoff up the middle, and tangled up is Max Reynolds for maybe a gain of 1 yard.
And Snow Canyon kind of doing to the Gators what Harriman did a little while ago, where the play discrepancy was pretty fat. I mean, Harriman had significantly more plays than what Green Valley did when they played each other. And Snow Canyon just trying to simply control possession, control the clock. They done a good job here marching.
2nd and 10. Kelly looking at the throw. Throws it up high to the right side on a fade route. Incomplete. Well defended. Once again, I'm impressed by this Gator secondary.
And that's Trey Glasper.
Yeah.
Done some things on the receiving end, getting it done from the cornerback spot. Big play by Trey.
Kind of a long fade route from, you're throwing it from the 16-yard line, hoping your guy can go up and win a jump ball. But the big fella, cornerback, who's got some height over there.
They have him listed at 6'1", AT.
3rd down, 10 to go. Here for Tank. Takes the snap. Looking to throw again. Checks it down and throws it wide of the receiver. He's going to make the catch, but he had to dive for it. And they may have lost half a yard on the completion. So it'll be 4th down and 11 from about the 17-yard line. And it'll be decision time for Coach Esplin here. And Tank wants to go. Tank is saying, we're going. And they were sending in the kicker. And now they're going to change their mind because of the how emphatic their quarterback was.
They weren't about that.
That was awesome.
And
way to go, Tank.
Allred's been a great kicker. He's made his extra points tonight. He's done great kicking off, but this Warriors offense, they believe they're capable of more.
And 4th and 11, so this is not, 4th and inches. Here we go. Tank takes the snap, looking right. Pump fake, pulls it down, throws it again. Touchdown, Warriors! What a job by Tate Kelly. He wanted the ball on 4th down, and he pays it off with a touchdown to Max Reynolds on 4th and 11. Onions.
I actually think that was Kel Johnson.
Cale Johnson.
Yeah, Kel Johnson there with the grab, AT. But you talk about Tank wanting that one. Tank not only starts to move out of the pocket, he's been such a running threat tonight that Green Valley's Theo Edquilang has no choice but to try to come up and maybe put some pressure there.
Yeah.
And Kel just sneaks behind the defense for the easy little lob touchdown pass.
He was wide open, and my apologies to Cale. Should have known. He's been clutch in the red zone. He had a touchdown in the corner of the end zone last week, which made the Region Rush highlight show. And how about the guts, by the way? The kicker and the placeholder were on the field going into the game, and Tank just said, go back. And quarterbacks do that a lot, but it's rare that the sideline actually obeys them.
Yes.
And they said, okay, fine. Well, I guess we're going to go for it on 4th and 11. And then Tank, that wasn't a catch and throw easy touchdown. He had to pump fake. He had to kind of widen out, go outside of the pocket, and find a guy. The guy was wide open, but Tank's kind of mobility created that openness for that easy score.
Yeah, it brought the defender up. Ed Quilling had no choice but to say, I have to cover this guy. He's ran rampant over us. And he's like, oh, there's Kel sneaking behind the defense. Big time play. AT, that's in the NFL. The only time you see a coach say, okay, I trust you, buddy, is when it's a Patrick Mahomes type, right? Or a Joe Burrow type. Marcus Mariota's not saying, hey, let's go for it. The coach is like, you bet, man. You have to have an insane amount of trust to get that done.
Little pooch kick over to the right side will go out of bounds, and the Gators will get it on the 35. And not to excuse my screw-up on the touchdown call, but you shouldn't be allowed to be a wide receiver and wear number 26, especially when your running back is 25 and you're the exact same size. Here we go for the Gators. They trail 14-7 on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard, and we'll see if they can keep it rolling. Been a tough game. We weren't sure what to think about this Gator team. They played Harriman week 1, lost by a couple of scores. And I've been impressed kind of on both sides of the ball with how competitive they've been with this Snow Canyon team through a quarter and change here.
And they haven't done anything overly flashy, okay? Thoreau hasn't gone deep downfield. They haven't busted off a huge run. They're just kind of a slow pick at you, tear you apart type team that's okay to take 5, 6, 7 minutes to go down the field. Right now they have 4:41.
Here's the snap from Thoreau. Throws it out wide. It complete. Good job rallying to the ball by Snow Canyon. Keeps it to about a 1 or 2 yard gain.
That was Theo Edquilang on the reception. And how about Archie Threlfall getting into the backfield? Well, not even the backfield, just pursuit, bringing down Edquilang. He's made a couple big plays.
Yeah.
I think he was the one who had that block on the big-time return that put a Gator right on their backside.
3 yard gain for the Gators. 2nd and 7 coming up from the 38-yard line. They'll go trips to the far side with Tho in the shotgun. Snow Canyon sending 5 from the corner. He gets rid of the ball complete for a short gain to Ben Byington, who gets about 4 yards. And it'll be 3rd down coming up for the Gators.
Typically, when you look at someone like Ryder Holt's statistics as he makes the tackle there, you're like, okay, this is somebody who's bringing down running backs, maybe getting into the backfield and creating a little bit of a mess. But, I mean, Holt, great job as a cover linebacker there. Great closing speed, gets inside, doesn't allow any rhythm, any time to move or pick up any yards after catch. As soon as that ball hits his hands, he cleans up pretty quickly, creating a key 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. 4th. Here we go. Here's the snap. No, it won't. Dead ball penalty. And is that a delay? What are they going to call here, Rustin?
I don't know. It looked almost as if a Warrior was lined up a little too far into Green Valley's territory. I saw the right end, the far end there, AT, with his hand in the ground, maybe a little too far ahead.
And on a 3rd down, reminiscent of when they were on offense, 3rd and short had a penalty in a key situation. This will give the Gators a fabulous Freddy's 1st down. And they'll go up to the 47-yard line. 2:50 left here in the 2nd quarter on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard for the Gators. They trail 14-7 to Snow Canyon. Tho, dual back set, motions one behind him, and he'll throw it outside. Caught, but wrapped up immediately. Way to rally to the ball again by Snow Canyon on the perimeter. Jackson Rios Vargas with a reception for no gain.
William West was there, as well as another Warrior. There's 2 black jerseys right around Rios Vargas, who wasn't able to do much with it as soon as he scooped that ball. They're going to give him a slight pickup there. Maybe half a yard if you want.
2nd down, 10 to go, 2:05 and counting. Near midfield are the Gators. Here's Tho. Looking to launch. Pressured, flushed, caught from underneath. On the legs and brought down for a huge sack by Snow Canyon.
I think that's number 2, Tegan Whitehead. Give him another one. Whitehead's been all over this game. it's only fitting that he gets the quarterback down his throat, tried to escape the pocket, creating a 3rd and long scenario. Tho's been under pressure for a good chunk of this game, but honestly, all things considered, his pocket presence has been unique. He's been hard to bring down. He's aware of when guys are behind him, in front of him. He's been able to navigate that. This time, Teagan coming from behind, wraps up around his knees, and drives him forward for a Snow Canyon sack.
Timeout's brought to you by our good friends at Dixie Chiropractic. Check out Ward Wagner and his awesome staff. They lead Southern Utah in the field of chiropractic with the top expertise and technology. DixieChiro.com. 1:44 left here in the second quarter. Snow Canyon leading 14-7 in their last game before region play starts next week. Warriors 1-1, lost to Stansbury, and then won last week against Manti, and hoping to go in 2-1 to region play with everything clicking. And so far, so good against a team that is, I think, a little bit more competitive than at least I anticipated coming in to the matchup. 3rd and long coming up for Tho and the Gators.
The funny part is for Snow Canyon, they actually don't even have a region game next week. They play Centennial, Nevada, so they're still in dress rehearsal mode and looking good.
3rd down and 12, so that negates everything I just said. 3rd and 12, here we go. Tho, flushed out of the pocket again, pulls it down. He gets a yard, but Snow Canyon will take that. Great defense again by the Warriors, and it'll be 4th down.
Doesn't negate everything you said, AT. We're still hitting the region part of the year. You're spot on. They just happen to be the one team who doesn't have a region game next week, specifically.
Good for them. They're filling their bye week. I like that.
That's right.
I like that.
I think last year, I don't believe they did. So it may have been somebody else. Either way, though, you love to see it, especially against another out-of-state Nevada team. They're testing themselves right now and doing a good job on 4th down.
All right, here comes the Shakes, folks. The Snow Canyon student section blackout tonight, doing a fantastic job. Let's go to Big Game James back in the studio quickly for our Bucks Ace Hardware trivia question tonight, brought to you by our good friends at Bucks Ace Hardware. Big Game, what do you got?
Hey, AT, how you doing?
Good, man.
All right, so the answer, the last time that these two teams went up against each other, 20 years ago, 2003.
Wow.
Where Snow Canyon won 38-7.
All right, fantastic. There's your answer to our Bucks Ace Hardware trivia question. These two teams have played. It's been 20 years, 2003, and we have another break. So we'll take it. 30-second timeout. We'll be back with 4th down. Snow Canyon leading 14-7 here on your We Win Injury Law scoreboard.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at WeWinInjuryLaw.com.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Appliance Wholesalers Plus.
Welcome back. Ideal Home and Paint game of the night. 14-7, Snow Canyon with the lead. 1:36 left here in the second quarter. So they'll have time, if they want it, for a 1.5-minute drill. Here's the punt. Returner will fair catch it at about the 12-yard line. And here we go for Snow Canyon. What do you think, Rustin? You go for the gold here, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Snow Canyon's already demonstrated a willingness to be aggressive, right? You have that 4th and 11 situation in the red zone. You decide, nope, call off the field goal unit. We're going to take this thing. You end up scoring with Kel Johnson off the hands of Tank Kelly. I mean, 1:30, you're a team that throws it 40 times a game. This shouldn't be any type of negative situation. You're an air raid style team who's not afraid to go deep. You have weapons in someone like a JT Westbrook who you know can work downfield. Take a couple shots. Now, I know there's always that danger zone of, well, we don't want to throw an interception. We don't want to put ourselves in a bad scenario. But at the same time, your defense has been good enough tonight. You can trust them if something bad happens. I like Snow Canyon to be aggressive, but a couple Max Reynolds handoffs, they never hurt either.
Here's Kelly throwing on first down, throwing it deep on first down. Samaje Thompson catches the ball at the 50, breaks a tackle, tries to hurdle the tackler. He's at the He's at the 28-yard line. What a bomb and an extension catch with the fingertips by Samaje.
Samaje could not have had to extend his two arms any further, literally catching it on the fingertips. Great throw from Tank, even better catch from Samaje, and the Warriors are moving.
First down and 10 from the 29. Tank throwing it deep. There's a flag on the field. JT Westbrook makes the catch. We'll see what the call on the field is. And if this is another procedure penalty, this is going to be devastating for Snow Canyon.
Yeah, the Warriors offense isn't moving. Linemen, quarterback all gathered in the same area. Everybody's coming back, that enthusiasm gone, which gives you a good hint to what direction this call is going.
And the call will be against Snow Canyon, as a lineman must have been upfield. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty. The touchdown will be taken away. 1:04 on the clock. Snow Canyon now at the 34-yard line.
Well, I mean, you did it in 2 plays, just barely. March down the field. That one play's taken away. Maybe you go deep one more time. It's worked twice already. You just can do without the flag.
Here we go. Here's Tank throwing it to the left side. Samaj wide open. Makes the catch. Does he survive the ground?
Yeah.
He does. Touchdown, Snow Canyon. I think the Gators have an argument, but they have no way to replay it. Samaj had the ball, I guess, for enough of the time in the end zone to get the touchdown call, because when he came down, I would love to see that replay.
Well, we now got a flag on the field, AT. The white hat motions forward. He's going to kind of walk around here. But, I mean, yeah, it was on the coverage, number 12, Baden Kidwell. Samaje catches that. They both come down with it. They both seem to have possession of the football, and I mean, it's a bang-bang play. It's an even greater effort by Samaje to focus and bring that ball in as he hits the turf. That's not an easy grab.
Yeah, amazing.
And we got an unsportsmanlike on Snow Canyon, AT, after the fact.
Wow, this is the best game I've seen Samaje Thompson have. Just those 2 plays right in a row. Unbelievable possession on that Tank to Samaje connection.
How about being the guy, the wide receiver? All it takes is 2 catches and you're down the whole field with a score for Snow Canyon. 1:30? That looks like they only needed 33 seconds.
PAT up and good, brought to you by St. George Topper, kicked by Eamon Allred. 21-7, 30-second timeout. We'll be back on ESPN 97.7.
If you haven't stopped by Wilkinson's House of Lighting lately, you're in for a brilliant surprise. Introducing the Wilkinson's Lamp Room. Come and shop an entire room dedicated to lamps. From simple to exquisite, you'll find just what you need to light up your home or office in any category. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, winner of Best of Southern Utah 4 years running. Come in and see our all-new lamp room just off Main Street, or find us online at shopwilkinsons.com.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Welcome back. Thanks for being with us. Ideal Home and Auto Paint game of the night from Snow Canyon High School. Ooh, what a game it's been. Student section is awesome tonight. And what a 2-minute drill by the Warriors. 21-7. Samaje Thompson, the man of the hour here at SCHS. How we doing, Burns?
Doing great, man. What an impressive display there for Snow Canyon. They get it back 1:30. It takes 2 plays, 3 plays technically, 1 called back due to a penalty. But, I mean, Snow Canyon was going to score on that second play regardless, whether it was to JT on the one that was called back or the one to Samaje, as Green Valley muffs this kickoff, has to dive on it. And they'll start this drive at about the 38, their own 38, with 54.8.
All right, we'll see if they turn Tho loose here for the Gators.
He hasn't really taken a shot downfield yet. A lot of inside routes, interior curls on the sideline. We'll see if, like you mentioned, if they decide just to let him rip. But, man, that was an impressive drive. by Snow Canyon. I can't get over it. You go deep. We thought you might go deep. We thought you might be aggressive.
Yeah.
You were more aggressive than we thought. Maybe some interior stuff, slowly work down the field, put yourself in a position to score. They're like, we're going to do this in 33 seconds.
Just bomb it to Samaje Thompson. He scored the Appliance Wholesalers Plus touchdown to give the Warriors a 2-possession lead. Here's Tho. 1st and 10 from his own 37-yard line. 54.8 seconds on the clock. Can the Gators march down against the Warriors? We'll see. He's going to throw against his body. Receiver makes the catch for about a 9-yard gain with 45 seconds and counting.
Ryder Holt with the tackle on Trey Glasper as the clock continues to tick, now at 35.
2nd down and short. Tho looking to throw. He's pressured, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down by a couple of Warriors for a huge loss with 25 seconds left on the clock.
How about it? Snow Canyon, they've been getting in the backfield here and there. They do one more time with Matthew McLennan, who was the first one on the quarterback. I think that's probably going to end up resulting in a half-and-half sack, but he was the first one to get there.
Here's the snap and the attempt to throw. He's going to be brought down again. Snow Canyon living in the backfield, and the quarter will expire, but not before another sack by the Warriors, who lead 21-7, and it was Big Mac again, huh?
It was, McLennan again and Tegan Whitehead this time, combining for the sack. Tho didn't have any time. Those last two plays, Snow Canyon brought pressure, and it works like a charm.
21-7. We take the 4-minute halftime break. We'll be back with the InfoWest halftime show. Warriors leading by 2 scores here at Snow Canyon High School.
At Johnson Pediatrics, they know a child's early dental experience can have a lasting impact. So being able to provide a fun and positive environment that's kid-friendly is what they believe in at Johnson Pediatrics Dentistry. This allows them to build long-lasting relationships. Dr. Cody and his team at Johnson Pediatrics always make your kids feel right at home. Take advantage of the $79 new patient special that includes cleaning, exam, and x-rays. Call them today, 628-0511. Johnson Pediatrics, with 2 Southern Utah locations to serve you.
Give your home a stunning, easy, modern update this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. Panel-up design wall panels at Ideal Home and Paint offer countless possibilities to creatively design your interior with natural accents. Whether you prefer a modern, luxurious interior or a modern style, our wall panels can be adapted to any decor. Beautify your home this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. 4096 South River Road in St. George. Your locally owned and operated home decor expert since 1975.
When you think of Buck's Ace Hardware, you probably think a great place to get tools and hardware, and you're right. But what you may not know is the second that you walk into Buck's Ace Hardware located at Dino Crossing, you see that it's so much more. Like a gun department that's sure to take your breath away, a garden center for all your outdoor needs, a great selection of board games and toys that can't be found anywhere else in Southern Utah, and best of all, you're always greeted by a friendly face, because at Buck's Ace Hardware, you're treated like part of the family. So go and see them today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Are you feeling the heat this summer? Don't let it get under your hood. As temperatures rise, your car's engine deserves extra care. At Tink Superior Auto Parts, they understand the importance of keeping your vehicle running smoothly in the excessive heat. The friendly and knowledgeable team at Tink Superior Auto Parts is here to provide you with top quality auto parts, ensuring your car stays cool and reliable during these scorching months. For those who take pride in the details, they offer a wide range of top-notch car detailing products, from waxes and polishes to interior cleaners. Tink Superior Auto Parts has everything you need to make your car shine like new. Visit one of our convenient and locally owned and nationally known Napa Tink Superior Auto Parts stores in St. George, Hurricane, Cedar City, Delta, Fillmore, Beaver, Banquich, Parowan, and Mesquite to help experience the difference of personalized service and exceptional products. Let us help you beat the heat and keep your car looking its best.
Southern Utah's #1 indoor roller skating rink offers roller skating for all ages, a mini putting green, air hockey tables, and now excited to offer a new private party room with karaoke. Book your next birthday party or group event online at skatetherink.com. For upcoming events, follow us at The Rink on social media. The rink is located off Dixie Drive at the Be More Sports Complex. Once again, check us out at skatetherink.com. Let the good times roll, Southern Utah.
You're listening to the InfoWest Halftime Show. Got a lightning-fast look at the first half stats, big plays, and scores from around the region.
Welcome back. InfoWest Halftime Show. Trust the internet people at InfoWest. Fastest internet in southern Utah. InfoWest.com. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson. Warriors leading the Green Valley Gators 21-7. And what a first half it was for Snow Canyon, especially the end. That was an incredible 2-minute drill drive to give them a 2-possession lead. And Samaje Thompson was a stud. Let's go back to the beginning, Burnsy, and give the folks a recap of the first half scoring in this one.
Absolutely. A recap's brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting. Light it up. Region 9. Go check them out when you get an opportunity. Longtime Region 9 sponsor. Let's start at the beginning. Snow Canyon would strike first. It's a Tank Kelly to JT Westbrook connection. They've been solid all year long. Westbrook's typically that long ball threat. This time he works off the RPO. Tank finds him in stride, sticks that ball between those two hands, able to hang on as he plunges into the end zone for the first score. Eventually, Green Valley would answer back. It was going to be a Jack Tho touchdown on the far side of the field. Where
amazing catch.
An insane catch. We didn't even get a great look at it. We were looking for a pass interference or something, see if there was a call, and all of a sudden everyone's celebrating over on the Green Valley side and ended up being hauled in for a score. That would tie it up 7-7. Snow Canyon would eventually respond. Max Reynolds ended up being big in the offensive game plan, catching balls out of the backfield, running between the guard and tackle, just simply getting it done. They would cap off that drive with a solid Tank Kelly 4th and 11 in your own red zone. Call my own number. Wave off the field goal unit. Roll to the right. Under pressure. Have the defense step up. And he gives it to Cal Johnson, who's able to score for the Snow Canyon Warriors, making it 14-7. And then our last score. Oh, go ahead, AT.
Well, I was just going to say that was the coolest play. I mean, we've seen some cool plays tonight. But Tank not coming off the field when his coaches wanted him to. We're going to kick a field goal here. And he just said, no, send the kicker back to the sideline. I'm going to make this happen on fourth. It wasn't 4th and 3.
Or 4th and 5 even, or 4th and 7 even.
4th and 11, and he made it happen. I mean, that was him with his connection to Cale Johnson there on kind of a freelance play and made it happen to get the lead there. Incredible.
And it was set up due simply to his ability to run the football. He had been able on quarterback draws, taken off on his own accord to kind of make this Gator defense realize, hey, this guy can run and will run. We have to pay special attention to him. So the secondary has to come up because he's going to plow himself into the end zone. And when he does so, easiest touchdown pass of his life to Kel. The last score, while we sit at 21-7, every extra point has been good in this game. No 2-point conversion tries. The last score, you get it back with about 1:30 and decide, let's be aggressive. But not only let's be aggressive, let's go deep both times. Quick pass, far sideline. Samaje Thompson hauls it in stride, arms outstretched to the farthest extent they can go, and he's able to get that one into Gator territory. The next play, he finds JT Westbrook rolling to his left. Westbrook makes the grab, hauls it in, and the issue is with that, it was called back. Penalty. Doesn't matter. Next play, Tank Kelly, Samaje Thompson, same spot, near side of the field. Samaje hauls this one in with great coverage from Green Valley. Doesn't matter. Concentrate. Brings it in. Breaks the plane. And thus you have a Warriors 21-7 lead. Tank Kelly has tossed for... He's tossed for all 3 touchdowns so far in this ball game, AT. So Tank Kelly, 3 touchdowns. JT Westbrook has 1. You have Kel Johnson, who has 1, and then Samaje Thompson. Those 3 wide receivers getting involved when it comes to scoring the football.
Absolutely. That scoring recap brought to you by our good friends at Wilkinson's. Check out Wilkinson's. Light it up, Region 9. Since 1946, Wilkinson's House of Lighting has been a fan of all Southern Utah sports, lights, fans, and fixtures. Contractors and homeowners are always welcome at Wilkinson's House of Lighting. Time now for some Hurst Ace Hardware Region 9 score updates. We're going to go back to the studio to Big Game James.
How you guys doing?
Excellent, buddy.
So, we still have a couple of games yet to reach halftime. The most current one is Hurricane just tied things up with Hillcrest. It is 21-all with 7:50 left in the second quarter. Pineview currently leading over Tooele 21-7. There is 4:07 left in the second quarter there. And Snow Canyon, of course, you guys are doing that right now. Park City all over Dixie right now, 21-0, 6 minutes left until halftime there. Cedar City with a small lead over Canyon View, 10-7. And Crimson Cliffs with the lone score against Springville as they currently lead 7-0, as that one is approaching halftime as well.
Wow. How about that score, Rustin? Keeping Springville to zilch?
Well,
almost a halftime?
One of the best rushing games in the entire state, let alone you leading 7-0. Like, Springville doesn't let people score, period, because they have such size and speed, and use whatever cliche you want to use. But Crimson Cliffs, they're the real deal, man. That offensive line getting to work. We peg them as, Jake Zarate and a lot of those guys as our AWP linemen to watch in our Region 9 game day segment. It appears as if they're doing a good job early on. Mustangs in contention to potentially bring down the Springville Red Devils.
I was slightly surprised that Dixie's down by that much, 21-0. I know Park City's good, but Dixie seemed to make a pretty good leap from week 1 to week 2 against Mountain Ridge, but then going up on that long road trip down by a few against Park City. We'll see if they can turn that around in the second half.
And how about Hurricane fighting for their first win of the year? Back and forth with the Hillcrest Huskies. That one at 21 apiece. And then Pineview, we kind of figured that they'd have an opportunity to put up big points against Tooele tonight. And so far, it seems to be shaping up that way with their 21-7 lead.
All right, you're listening to the InfoWest Halftime Show. Check out the internet people at InfoWest.com. Also appreciate Hearst Ace giving the score updates from back in the ESPN studios. Check out all the hot buys every month at Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, located in the heart of St. George and Cedar City, and open 7 days a week to serve you with a variety of products with prices that please. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more InfoWest Halftime Show. 4-minute break. Back with more after this.
Feeling pain from a car accident? Go to Dixie Chiropractic, your trusted clinic. No worries. You don't pay if it wasn't your fault. Their experts ensure a hassle-free recovery. Visit them today for laser therapy, spinal decompression, ozone, PRP, Calmar therapy, and more. Your path to recovery starts at DixieChiro.com.
DixieChiro.com. DixieChiro.com. Wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
Fabulous Freddy's has increased their speed for full-service washes. In a hurry? Get your vehicle vacuumed, the windows wiped down, and tires washed all in under 20 minutes. You want fabulous, fast, friendly service? Go to Fabulous Freddy's. And Fabulous Freddy's is still wiping every car and still giving 10 cents off a gallon.
Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at ApplianceWholesalersPlus.com.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at WeWinInjuryLaw.com.
If you haven't stopped by Wilkinson's House of Lighting lately, you're in for a brilliant surprise. Introducing the Wilkinson's Lamp Room. Come and shop an entire room dedicated to lamps. From simple to exquisite, you'll find just what you need to light up your home or office in any category. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, winner of Best of Southern Utah 4 years running. Come in and see our all-new lamp room just off Main Street, or find us online at shopwilkinsons.com.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Intermountain Sports Medicine.
Welcome back. Ideal Home and Paint game of the night. Ideal Home and Auto Paint, our sponsor, title sponsor for all Region 9 athletics this year. Check out their home store at 4096 South River Road for all of your home improvement projects this fall. And, of course, their auto paint store on Tabernacle Street. Ideal Home and Auto Paint, your hometown paint store since 1975 with the Ray Odette family, a proud St. Georgian and a proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson here with you. We just went over some of the scores from our Hearst Ace Hardware update guy, who is Big Game James, did a fantastic job. And if you're driving around, want to keep tabs on all of the action, you can go to the Tweeter sphere and follow at ESPN 977. You can watch this game you're listening to on sportsradio977.com. If you're looking for the Crimson Cliff Springville game, you can listen to that one on our sister station, 890 AM KDXU, or 92.5 FM KDXU. And then the Cedar Canyon View game, Battle for the Pickaxe, is on 590 KSUB up in Cedar City. Stream that one on KSUB590.com. All right, Rustin, halftime adjustments brought to you by our good friends at Wilkinson's House of Lighting. Let's start with the Gators. You're down by a couple scores. What do you got to do differently to get back in this sucker?
Well, it's a very unique situation right now if you're Green Valley, because this is a team that does like to run the football. The run game hasn't been working necessarily. Snow Canyon has done a great job cleaning up Martinez, cleaning up Rios Vargas. They just haven't had as much running room, even as they did against Harriman. Snow Canyon's done a great job holding them in check. So here's what you go down to. That Week 1 game against Harriman, you had Tho, who ended up running 9 times for about 50-plus yards. Maybe you try to get into a little bit more of that quarterback run situations, because Snow Canyon's counting on the running backs, or they're counting on Tho to drop back. He experienced some pressure there at the end, maybe designing some quarterback plays for him specifically to run, because you have to get the run game going.
Yeah.
Snow Canyon's pressure, those last couple plays before half, that was proof that all of a sudden the Gators are becoming one-dimensional and Snow Canyon can up the pressure. And I know they have the clock on their side there.
Yes.
But at the same time, you know Snow Canyon's defense is getting more and more confident. So you have to establish the run, find a way to pick up some of those crucial yards via the ground game, even if that means getting your quarterback involved, who we know has the athletic ability to do so. Defensively, I mean, geesh, maybe it's tough because Snow Canyon's ran the ball well. They've ran the short pass well, and they've been able to make the long ball work also. And the one thing the Gators had going for them early on when they got Snow Canyon to punt is they had kind of Tank Kelly in a tough scenario where they were bringing pressure. I know you don't want to risk anything over the top, especially where Snow Canyon's been effective, but Tank simply has too much time to make Superman moves, right? So up the pressure maybe. Find a way to get that ground game going if you're Green Valley. If you're Snow Canyon, I mean, you're doing a fantastic job. Everything's working. Deep ball's working. Intermediate pass is working. Ground game's been effective. But at the same time, I mean, there's always something to improve, and that would potentially be cleaning things up on second and third downs, right? Snow Canyon has put themselves in a couple fourth down scenarios where they've had to convert. I mean, just make sure that you do your best to avoid those in the first place. First and foremost with penalties. That's the big thing. Plays, you can only take what's given to you. But as far as penalties go, that's something that you can really use to your advantage and just try to play as clean as football as possible so you're not hurting yourself 5 yards back, 10 yards back in those tight situations.
All right. We're ready for the second half. Ideal Home and Auto Paint game of the night. We'll keep you posted on all the other scores around Region 9. Thanks for being with us. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson, Big Game James back in the studio, and Carrick Segmiller, our director here tonight from the field. If you're watching on sportsradio977.com. Also want to thank our good friends tonight at, we wanted to recap or review how our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player did it in the first half. That was JT Westbrook, who I believe got to pay dirt in the first half, right, Rustin?
He did, yeah. Just a quick pass on that RPO was the first score of the game. And honestly, those penalties we talked about, he could have had 2. Had an absolute haul-in as Kelly rolled to his left. It seemed like it was going to be a big Snow Canyon touchdown that got called back. So JT's made his name known. Even on plays like that get taken away, the defense is aware, oh, man, that guy got past us last time. He's fast, he's quick, he's dangerous. So he does have the touchdown to his name. And then a potential other one, which we can only only think about in spirit only. It didn't actually come to fruition, but at the same time, you're hoping that plays like that allow Snow Canyon to continue to look his way as he makes that type of impact. Defenses will definitely be aware.
JT Westbrook, our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player of the night. Here's the kickoff into the end zone touchback. Good boot. Once again by the Snow Canyon Warriors, and that's our guy, Ammon Allred, kicking the St. George Topper kickoff to get things going here in the second half. Snow Canyon leading 21-7.
Big Ammon Allred fan here, AT. Well, I love what Snow Canyon has done specifically. You watch the kicker run off the field. Sometimes the kicker just runs back after doing their job to little or no credit because it's expected, right? But Snow Canyon's coaching staff, they make sure they're always out there to meet them with a nice high five or fist bump or a slap on the back of the helmet. Like, special teams is crucial.
Special teamers are people, too, and Snow Canyon respects them here in Santa Clara, Utah. 1st and 10. Here's Tho in the backfield, one running back to either side of him. We'll see if they run it up the middle as they're wont to do, and they do, and he goes for about a yard. And it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up for the Gators, excuse me.
That's what we're talking about. You don't want to abandon the run game completely. You're down 2 scores, but at the same time, it's not too late to continue to mix things up, march down the field in your typical fashion as you've done this season. They're more of a slow-moving, slow-paced, eat some clock, slowly work down the gridiron. So don't give up on the ground game. Just maybe try different ways to mix it up because Snow Canyon's done a good job reading those interior runs.
2nd down, 8 yards to go from their own 22-yard line. Here's the Gators. Tho facing that 4-man front of Snow Canyon, and we'll have a procedure penalty against the Gators. We'll take them back 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 13 now.
Never how you want to start the second half when you're trailing, get a penalty. You're now facing 2nd and long. It's going to put this team, this offense, specifically on a drive where they want to be aggressive and they want to get points here. They don't want to let this slip away. It really closes and limits what you're able to call as an offensive coordinator and as an offense as a whole. When you continue to move back down the field, all of a sudden the run game shrivels up and things become a little bit more Tho heavy.
2nd and 13. Here's Tho. Takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Throws it complete. Caught and then spun around. Whew. Gets around the tackler. And what a job staying on his feet by Theo Edquilang. As Snow Canyon had him up by the shoulder pads, tried to fling him down, and he stayed on his feet and got the fabulous Freddy's 1st down.
Big time play. You think just because you get hands on someone, you should have the ability to rip them down. But remember, they're moving at a similar speed you are. And just based on how momentum works, you try to grab him up around the shoulder pads. Edquilang knows that he can kind of break free, kicks it to the near side up the sideline, and picks up a 1st down on 2nd and 13. And Green Valley has a little bit of fresh life here.
From the 32, here come the Gators. On the near side hash. Fakes handoff to the other guy. Crossfire action, from one running back to the other for a short gain to Rios Vargas. And 2nd and 9 coming up for the Gators.
Yeah, it's that run game. Green Valley continues to try to push just in the same spot of the field. And eventually you might get one here and there. You might get a 4-yard. You might get a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. But typically those have just resulted in maybe 2 to 1 yard pickups, AT.
2nd down and 9. Same formation for the Gators. Here's the snap. Tho looking to throw it, get pressured, and he's going to be brought down for the 3rd sack in 4 or 5 plays going back to the 1st half. And Snow Canyon has just been eating them up in the backfield.
Give that one to Trey Vaughn, his 1st for Vaughn. We've seen Vaughn do it. We've seen McClellan do it, and we've seen Tegan Whitehead do it. Snow Canyon living in the Gators' backfield these last couple of plays. This wasn't something we saw in the 1st quarter, but Snow Canyon's defensive intensity has ramped up. And Martinez was left in the backfield as an additional blocker. The issue is he was on the near side, and Vaughn was coming from the far side. By the time he recognized that and tried to switch over, it was too late. Tho was trying to escape, trying to spin back inside, ends up tripping up, and Vaughn credited with the sack.
3rd and 20 for Tho. Will Snow Canyon send heat Here's the snap to throw. They're going to just send 4. He's pressured, though, by those 4. Lofts it up over the top. Incomplete, out of bounds. And it'll be punt time once again for the Gators. What defense the last couple possessions by the Warriors.
Maddox Smith on the coverage for Snow Canyon. As a cornerback, that's the first time we've called his name tonight, which, as I always say, that's a good thing. Typically, if you're a cornerback, your name's only called when you get beat, miss a tackle, make a tackle. But Maddox Smith, great coverage on the near side, as though had no choice but to kind of float that one up there, give his guy a chance to make a play. The Warriors only brought 4, still got pressure. You can't tell me that this defense's confidence is not increasing as the plays go on.
4th and 20 from their own 22-yard line. And we have the umpire coming up and telling us to hold for a second. We're going to get coordinated, and we're ready for play. Here's the snap and the kick. Going to land at about the 45 of Snow Canyon and bounce. A Gators bounce down to the 31-yard line of Snow Canyon, and that's where Talon Kelly and this red-hot Snow Canyon offense will take over.
Well, you came out previously, AT, just guns blazing. That last drive before half that resulted in this 21-7 game. Do you continue that approach? I mean, you went 2 deep balls, and honestly, that worked each and every time. How aggressive do you remain with a two-possession lead? You obviously see that you can maybe get over this Gators secondary. You still want to mix plays up, but geesh, if we thought we had saw the long ball before, we might see it a couple more times before night's end.
Yeah, I think you've got a good point. Will they keep going down the field, going for the jugular with a 2-score lead, excuse me, or will they try to get back into the run game a little bit? I don't think you can keep Tank harnessed. No. I think he knows one speed, and if a guy's going down the field, he'll huck it to him. 1st and 10. Here's Tank. Takes a snap, and they're going to run it with him up the middle. Tank gives the Fabulous Freddy's first down right up the middle, and credit the blockers, Rustin, because nobody touched him until he was about 9 yards down the field. And another Fabulous Freddy's first down for the Warriors.
And you can see just based on Tank Kelly's body movement and what he does, the way he's moving, like just how he shimmies and kind of jives and jukes, like he's got so much speed and power there that you're not always 100% sure how to approach him as a tackler.
Yeah.
Because he might run you over, he might juke you. He's diverse.
This time they're going to hand it off up the middle for a decent gain there on first down. Trying to get the number of that running back. Looks like Max Reynolds back in the game, and he gets about 5 yards there on first down.
How about the push up front, too, by the big lineman, AT, number 63, Tanner Goff, getting in there, pushing the pile forward, and Reynolds just able to kind of hang on behind him.
2nd down for the Warriors. And we have our crowd mic out the window, and it's usually about the 3rd quarter when the students, kind of getting bored. They turn around and recognize that there's a microphone hanging out the window and then start saying stuff into it. Here's Talon Kelly looking to throw down the field, throws it high and incomplete. He was trying to kind of communicate with Samaje Thompson, and Samaje turned and started coming back towards the ball, but Kelly just left it a little high. And it sails out of bounds.
Do have a running back change. Reynolds will come to the sideline. They're going to put Esplin out there. And on 3rd down, we've seen run, we've seen pass. It's always fun to see what Snow Canyon decides to draw up because we've seen almost every play under the sun from this Warriors squad tonight.
3rd and 6 for Kelly. We'll see what they like here. Takes the snap, hands it right up the middle to Max Reynolds, and he's got tons of room. And a Fabulous Freddy's first down for the Warriors, and that's not Reynolds, that's Esplin, who's got burst himself. And in the few carries he's got, Rustin, he's gotten chunks for the Warriors.
2 carries tonight, AT. I believe both of them have been significant pickups. So you bring him in, change a pace back. Both times, you probably do it to throw them off Reynolds' trail. He gets the ball both times and converts.
Here's Tank, fakes the fly sweep, goes up the middle, and he's got another big gain, upended at about the 25-yard line. And how about this Warriors? We thought, are they going to come out and throw? they're running the ball, and they're running it for huge gains almost every play. Another first down, and they're moving fast. 25-yard line. Here's Tank. Takes the snap. Looking to the throw. Throws it over the middle for a post route in the end zone. And it is... The back judge is calling it...
Incomplete.
Incomplete. He was making a sign like a touchback.
Yeah, and
I don't know what he's calling back there.
The Snow Canyon faithful got on their feet. They were cheering, yelling. They thought that was a touchdown. And as the official makes that motion, I think they slowly came to the realization he called it incomplete. Now they're getting the thumbs down gesture from the Snow Canyon fans.
Man, he was... It's a confusing call, and then he finally kind of did the juggle sign and incomplete emphatically. And I think it was the right call that it was, because he did catch the ball, but he didn't secure it, I don't think, before he got out of bounds. Second down, 10 to go from the 25-yard line. Here's the snap to Kelly. Fakes the handoff, goes up the middle again for a big gain, and they cannot contain the Tank up the middle.
That's the second time, AT. Sure, it's Tank up the middle, but they're trying to run that sweep, and both times Green Valley has bit on the fact that the receivers got the football. And it's allowed Tank to kind of squeeze up through the middle, creating a very third and short scenario. 3rd and 1 upcoming for Big Tank Kelly.
3rd and short. Kelly in the shotgun. See if they just keep going to him on a short yardage situation. With 5:55 left here in the third quarter, Snow Canyon leading by 2 scores. And he will pull it down and run and get the first down. It's going to take a few Gators to bring him down, but he easily gets it. Had kind of a runner pass option there and decided just to pull it down and run right away when he saw some green grass ahead of him.
It's a coach's dream when you have a quarterback who has a great arm like Tank does, but also the size and the speed to punish defenses. You get to draw up whatever you want. If you're Coach Esplin, if you're Coach Nowatzki, the sky is the limit. And in 3rd and short situations, it's almost a guaranteed every time, regardless of who you're playing, just because defenses don't know how to come at it.
21-7, Snow Canyon with the lead. They're in the Matt Hickman team red zone. He's going to throw an out route, and he's going to throw an interception. Beautifully ducked under by the Gators. By number 11 there.
That's Gavin Blondix.
Wow.
And whew, that was a great grab. I'm sitting here talking about Tank Kelly, and I was doing this, and that. Apparently, if you want to slow him down, you got to make him try to throw into that coverage.
Man.
Fantastic interception from Blondix, who, read that well. He was there the entire time, AT, and Green Valley needed something timely like that as Snow Canyon. 8 clock, there's 5:08 in the third, got all the way down into the red zone, and then it's big number 11, Gavin Blondix, who kind of saves this game for the Gators, the junior linebacker.
Yeah, it's tough. Snow Canyon was rolling. Senior. Just a methodical drive running the ball, and then throws a pick on the out route. And so the Gators have the ball deep in their own territory on the 8-yard line. They'll run it over to the left side, nowhere to go. Snow Canyon's been excellent in the run defense tonight.
Now, the Warriors really have been stout. There has not been running room to be found for the Gators. Tho has had a solid night tonight, had that fantastic touchdown pass, and they're probably going to have to rely more and more on his arm as the clock becomes less and less. 4:59 currently in the third over on our Nets on Fire clock.
And we do have a player down, a Gator down. So we'll talk about Dixie Chiropractic. Check out Dixie Chiropractic. The top technology and expertise in the field of chiropractic in all of Southern Utah. Check out Dr. Ward Wagner and his awesome team at DixieChiro.com. Some Hearst Ace Hardware updates. Looks like we've got a halftime score. Hurricane leading 35-21 over Hillcrest at halftime. Canyon View still 13-10 over Cedar at halftime, and we'll get you some other ones as well. as the student section fired up here at Snow Canyon High School. It's a blackout.
They always do it right here at SCHS AT. The student section goes from the bottom to the very, very tip top. We have students coming across the press box who always turn and look and realize, oh, there's people in there, so they duck down, but they pack them in here at Snow Canyon High School. And I can't think of many games where it's been a quiet student section or a low student section. I can't think of many teams in region who struggle to get fans to games. We're very lucky to have such a football happy, positive environment where guys show up each and every single night. Snow Canyon no different here.
2nd and 10 for the Gators. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. Flag flies in the backfield. And we'll see if there's something wrong with a block at the line of scrimmage here. And it looks like Snow Canyon likely will decline whatever the penalty was.
Illegal shift.
Shift penalty. They'll say, no, we stopped them anyway. And it'll be 3rd down upcoming for the Gators with 4:37 left here in the 3rd quarter. And it's jump around time for the Warriors student section.
Who does it better, AT? Snow Canyon High School or Camp Randall?
Well, Camp Randall has the advantage of everybody being drunk out of their wits. And I don't think Snow Canyon's drinking Otter Pops in front of us, so they don't have the same liquid courage that some of the Badger fans do. Here's the run, nowhere to go by the quarterback, though. And Snow Canyon is stacking them up possession after possession, Rustin. Just turn the ball over back to them, but you didn't let them get anything, and now they've got to kick it back to you here on 4th down.
And that's why the Warriors offense, I believe personally, has been able to be so aggressive, is because you have complete and utter faith that Snow Canyon's defense will clean up any mistakes you make. They're not going to put you in a scenario where you are going to fail. And that's the case one more time. Warriors get it done, force a punt, punting out of their own end zone, very dangerous scenario. But kind of spying on that play, he's been a factor all night long, was Matthew McLennan. He was the guy who brought
Big
down
Mac,
Tho. Yeah, and he's got 2 sacks on the night, or at least a sack and a half. And there's another tackle as Tho tried to squirt through the pocket. Instead, Gators will send it away.
Here we go. Here's the kick. Line drive is going to be filled by Snow Canyon at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. Plenty of room. And then gobbled up at about the 20. But that was a line drive kick right into the arms of the return man.
Westbrook.
JT Westbrook, who gets it all the way to the 20. And first chance he's had to actually catch one and go with it. And we got to see the blazing speed of our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player tonight.
AT, believe it or not, we're just back in the same situation we were before that interception happened. Snow Canyon, once again, in the red zone. Tank Kelly threw that pick to Blondix. Gators couldn't do anything with it, punted away. Westbrook returns it back up to the 20, and it's almost as if things never changed. The only difference is we've just taken a couple minutes off the clock now, 3:10 on our Nets on Fire clock here in the 3rd. But Warriors with another opportunity to capitalize after missing out on that first one.
And the referees are calling a penalty on the Gators, which will add 5 yards after the end of the return. So Snow Canyon will start on the 15 of Green Valley.
Yeah, make it even better. Now we're literally about where we were when that interception happened. Redemption time potentially on the table for Snow Canyon.
1st and 10 for Tank. He's going to pull it down and run to the right side. Lowers his shoulder, runs over a Gator, and gets about 6-7 yards there on 1st down.
We had Blondix over there for Green Valley. He was signaling as if they had the football. Maybe it came out late, but the officials didn't see it the same way the Gators did. And Snow Canyon will continue as if nothing happened here on 2nd and intermediate.
The refs are like, that was your teammate's body that fell to the ground, not the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 4 to go. Big Tank, fun to watch run the ball. He's throwing it down the field. And a tremendous talent at quarterback for Snow Canyon this year. Fakes the fly sweep, keeps it himself up the middle. Tank dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Tank Kelly.
Tank Kelly's thrown for 3 tonight. Add another one, this time via his legs, getting into the end zone. And it's an ideal scenario where that's the 4th time I can think of in this quarter where you have a receiver in motion, you fake the jet sweep, and Tank just keeps it. Every single time Green Valley's bit enough on the sweep, and Tank has enough power and speed to at least pick up 5, 6, 7. That's all he needed right there for his 4th touchdown of the night. And in terms of pure rushing, AT, I believe that's only his 2nd rushing touchdown on the season.
Here's a kick up and good for the PAT, making it 28-7 on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard. Snow Canyon with the 21-point lead with 2:20 left here in the 3rd period. Quick break. Back with more right after this.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first for all your around-the-home needs with Ace's Red Hot Buys. Get organized with a 6-foot shelving unit for just $59.99 and save $40 instantly on select DeWalt tools. Ace pleated air filters are buy 3, get 1 free. And get 10% off when you buy 4 grilling sauces, seasonings, and rubs. Find specials throughout the store at Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Appliance Wholesalers Plus.
Welcome back. 28-7. Snow Canyon with the big lead here with 2:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. And Tank Kelly is shining brightly here in Santa Clara, Utah. First-year full-time starting quarterback for Coach Esplin and the Warriors. And he has been a blast to watch tonight. Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
The second half in particular has been even more impressive from Snow Canyon's defense. Green Valley was able to move the football a little bit in the first. They obviously had that scoring drive, able to move it a little bit in the second. But that last time out, they went nowhere and nowhere fast. But right now the Warriors defense has caught themselves a gator by the toe. We'll see if that hangs on. What, that one not doing it for you, huh? That's
1st and 10. Gator faithful, I would say filling up, all the way from Henderson, filling up 43% of the away stands. Though fakes the handoff, and he's going to get tangled up in the backfield and sacked again by the Warriors. And Tegan Whitehead and another Warrior were back there, Rustin.
Was that Ryder? Was that both linebackers? It was Ryder Holt and Tegan Whitehead. The whole linebacking core getting back there, and Tho in frustration on his back just throws the football in the air. Like, you've got to be kidding me. I need to stay upright, and I haven't really had that opportunity since early in the 2nd quarter.
Man. We'll look at the Wilkinson stats after the game, and we're going to see a bunch of sacks tonight for the Warriors. 2nd down and long. Here's Tho motioning a man. And looking to throw. Pressured again. Flushed out to the left. He's going to pull it down and run and get knocked out of bounds after a few yard gains. It'll be 3rd and long still for the Gators.
Big time coverage there. We've talked a lot about the Warriors getting pressure up front on that defensive line, the linebackers coming in on blitz opportunities, spy opportunities, whatever it is. But the secondary's done great. Tho had nowhere to go. He wanted to throw that clearly, wanted to get that ball downfield, instead had to tuck it for a short pickup because the Warriors' cornerbacks, secondary safeties, they were just all right there. He wasn't comfortable with any of the looks he was getting and has to tuck it.
3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be precise. 1:17 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Tho with a running back, who I'm assuming they're going to keep in the backfield to help with protection here on 3rd and long. He's going to chip, and here comes the throw across his body, nearly intercepted. Deflected by Snow Canyon and falling incomplete. And it's Ryder Holt who got a big mid on it.
Swenson was there, nearly almost had the pick. But Holt knocks it away. And you're right, AT. They have Martinez in simply to help with blocking. He chip blocked, had to come back because the chip block didn't even matter. Snow Canyon's pressure has been insane. Came back, made a great block on the second attempt to give his quarterback time to at least get that ball out. But Holt with the athleticism to tip it. And now on fourth down, we're going to see another Gator punt.
And Gators going to get the guy out onto the field.
AT, did you know that Gatorade was invented in Henderson, Nevada? Used to be pickle juice, actually, but...
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah.
Here's the snap and the punt. And it's going to be caught by JT. The 50s, the 40, the 30, and another big return. And if I'm the Gators, I'm kicking it out of bounds. They're kicking these lasers right at a really good punt returner, and he getting about a 30-yard return every time. And he takes it into Gator territory to the 30, and that's where Snow Canyon will take over.
Well, he was our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player of the night. He caught that touchdown, been a little quiet in the receiver scene, but still impacting this game by making sure his offense is set up in ideal field position. He got him to the 20 before. This time he'll get him to the 30 as the Warriors go to work in Gator territory.
1st and 10. He'll motion Reynolds out to the left and then throw it deep down the field. He's got a man. Caught. Touchdown, Snow Canyon. Karsten Stewart, I believe, down that left sideline on a go route. Maybe his first target of the game. And what a beautiful delivery by Tank.
Tank Kelly has thrown a couple beautiful passes tonight. That one no different. It's a tight spiral, end over end. Only one place for her to go, and it's right into the wide receiver's hands for a fantastic grab. And Snow Canyon just extended this thing 34-7 with the extra point on the way. Great throw, great play call. Green Valley was supposed to have 2 cornerbacks in on the coverage. Neither one was close enough.
And it was a great design to have Reynolds motion out the running back and kind of bubble outside because both cornerbacks were peeking at him as the wide receiver was running past him for a wide open touchdown to Karsten Stewart. 30-second timeout. Snow Canyon leading 35-7 over Green Valley here on ESPN 97.7.
At Johnson Pediatrics, they know a child's early dental experience can have a lasting impact. So being able to provide a fun and positive environment that's kid-friendly is what they believe in at Johnson Pediatrics Dentistry. This allows them to build long-lasting relationships. Dr. Cody and his team at Johnson Pediatrics always make your kids feel right at home. Take advantage of the $79 new patient special that includes cleaning, exam, and x-rays. Call them today, 628-0511. Johnson Pediatrics, with 2 Southern Utah locations to serve you.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Welcome back to the action. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson here with you as the kick goes into the end zone. Another touchback for Snow Canyon. And the deep ball working pretty well tonight for Tank Kelly, who's got that big cannon. And is, you know, he's running it well too, so he can kind of do it all. Fantastic job.
Touchdown counter
Fun to
for
watch.
Tank. It's up to 5 now, AT. He's got 1 rushing, and then all the others that he's thrown have been to a different receiver each and every time. He's got one to Westbrook. He's got one to Thompson. Of course, just recently, he makes sure he gets Stewart involved in the action. And then the other touchdown, what's the other one I'm missing? You got Samaje, you got Westbrook.
You've got Cale Johnson.
Oh, that's right. The Cale Johnson on the 4th and 11. Good call. So 4 different receivers with the score, and then he's got 1 rushing for good measure. That's what some would call a master class.
And we'll see the Gators just have had no offense in the second half.
which it's simply the Warriors defense making adjustments, understanding their opponent. This is an out-of-state foe. You're not always 100% sure what to expect. They made adjustments on the fly, and they've definitely been to their advantage.
2nd and short. Here's the throw. Nearly intercepted. Miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. He thought he was coming back on a comeback route. Instead, he kept going, and the ball went into the arms of Snow Canyon and out of the arms and incomplete.
For Jack Tho, you can see him motioning to his receiver afterwards, AT. He's got his hands out. He's saying, come on. Come on. You know what you got to do here. We know what we have to do. He's visibly frustrated, and it's tough when you're taking hits back there, hanging in there, trying to give your team an opportunity to get down the field, and it's like you're walking in mud right now.
3rd and short for Tho. What has he got? Snap. Hands it off. Left side. First down. And a good burst there by the Gators for a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Hearst Ace Hardware update, by the way. Crimson Cliffs up 21-0 in the 3rd quarter over Springville.
I think that was a new running back there, AT. First carry of the game, potentially, for the player wearing number 30, Elijah Cobwell, the sophomore. Got the carry and made the most of it.
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Snow Canyon leads 35-7 on our We Win Injury Loss scoreboard. Quick break, back with the 4th quarter on ESPN 97.7.
Give your home a stunning, easy, modern update this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. Panel-up design wall panels at Ideal Home and Paint offer countless possibilities to creatively design your interior with natural accents. Whether you prefer a modern, luxurious interior or a modern style, our wall panels can be adapted to any decor. Beautify your home this summer with Ideal Home and Paint. 4096 South River Road in St. George. Your locally owned and operated home decor expert since 1975.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Intermountain Sports Medicine.
And we're back. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson. Big game, James, back in the studio. Green Valley ball. They trail 35-7 here in the 4th quarter. Here's Tho wanting to launch. He does. Puts it up and over the head of everybody. Incomplete on first down.
I like the aggressiveness. Got to get downfield. Something has to happen quickly for you. Able to step into that one, but it was into triple coverage for Snow Canyon. They read it well, had the right coverage, and not much you can do there except watch it sail over the top of the intended target. We have an interesting development on the sideline, AT. I'm watching a couple of the backup quarterbacks here with Tank Kelly, helmet off, talking to these guys. Might get some reps. Joe Mack Smith, the junior, continues to toss the ball around with Noah Campbell.
All right,
we'll find out on the roster.
Keep an eye on the quarterback situation. If they're going to allow the backup to come in and wing it a little bit. Here's Tho rolling out right, throwing it, caught. Spin move, and then brought down, but a nice little catch and spin by Theo Edqueling for a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Hasn't been the game that Green Valley's wanted, but I'm really impressed with what I've seen from Theo Edqueling. He's done a great job. He's got quick speed. He's broke a couple tackles. He's going to be a big part of the Skaters team moving forward.
Thanks for being with us. Ideal Home and Auto Paint game of the night here in Southern Utah. Snow Canyon putting on a show for the home faithful, and they're all black. And the cheerleaders doing a fantastic job. The drill team, fantastic performance at halftime, and this is the place to be in Santa Clara tonight. Across town, Crimson Cliffs leading big, 21-0 over Springville. And I did not see that coming. Here's the throw by Tho off the helmet of his intended receiver, incomplete.
That was a great throw from Tho. Good read, has waited for his receiver to turn around on that route. The issue is receiver didn't have his head around yet, and you said it, bounces right off the helmet, and it just kind of plays into those scenarios that have made Tho a little bit frustrated. Beautiful throw, knew where he wanted to put it. Receiver wasn't quite ready to turn around and haul that one in.
Second down, 10 from the 48-yard line. Here's the Gators trying to get anything going here offensively. Let's see if Tho can have some time here. Takes the snap, rolling left and running. Pulls it down and then strung out to the sideline. Has to slide. And he goes down after a couple yard gain. He wants a flag, but I think it was good that they didn't throw it. He kind of slid late, and the contact on him was not super impactful.
No.
And I don't think I have Homer goggles on when I say that shouldn't have been a flag, and they made the right call by not throwing it. 4th down.
Well, and it was Teagan Whitehead in pursuit. Tho kind of busted outside, realized he had to cut back because there were 3-4 Warriors there. By the time he went to slide, Whitehead did pull up.
Yeah,
he made contact, but it was more so with his chest. It wasn't his shoulder.
Right.
It wasn't a helmet. He's like, uh-oh, he's going down. Helped him back up. I don't think Tho necessarily appreciated it, but it certainly wasn't an intentional play. I like that they kept
By the way,
flag.
it's 3rd down, right? Here's Tho looking to throw. Flushed out. Steps up into the pocket. Spun down, finally. Got a gain of 1 or 2 yards. And it's just been a frustrating night for the young man, as he is still down on the turf after taking another hit. And we're going to have a official timeout to come out and look at him.
It was McClellan who initially got him around the feet, tripped him up, was able to regather him, and then Vaughn came in up top, and that's always a scary way to get tackled. When you don't have your feet, you have no support down low because McClellan's hanging on, and then Vaughn up top, it's a scary way to fall to the turf. He gets up, he's under his own power as he walks past that interlocked SC at midfield, but he's definitely moving gingerly as he gets a round of applause from the Snow Canyon student section and football team.
All right, so Tho will run to the sideline. And it'll be 1st and 10. It was 4th, so it's 1st and 10 for Snow Canyon here with 10:06 left. Thanks for being with us. Your home of Region 9 football, ESPN 97.7 with Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson, and the gang. And Snow Canyon making Region 9 look good tonight. And we do have a new quarterback in, Burnsy. Tank will get to rest his treads, and then we'll have a timeout on the field called by the Gators. And we'll take it. We'll take a Dixie Chiropractic timeout. 60-second break, back with the rest of the 4th right after this on ESPN 97.7.
When you think of Buck's Ace Hardware, you probably think a great place to get tools and hardware, and you're right. But what you may not know is the second that you walk into Buck's Ace Hardware located at Dino Crossing, you see that it's so much more. Like a gun department that's sure to take your breath away, a garden center for all your outdoor needs, a great selection of board games and toys that can't be found anywhere else in Southern Utah, and best of all, you're always greeted by a friendly face, because at Buck's Ace Hardware, you're treated like part of the family. So go and see them today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Appliance Wholesalers Plus.
Welcome back. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson. 1st and 10 for Snow Canyon as they run out onto the field after the Dixie Chiropractic timeout, and the crowd going crazy here. Snow Canyon student section is fantastic. Doing a great job. And here we go. It's going to be... Who's the quarterback, Rustin? We got a number on him.
That's going to be Joe Max Smith, wearing number 16.
Joe Mack throws it outside, caught on a little screen bubble, and the receiver makes the catch and runs it for a fabulous Freddy's 1st down. Nice little pitch and catch there for an easy big gainer there by Snow Canyon.
That's Archie Threlfall with the grab and move after the catch to push him into Gator territory. Archie's had a couple big impactful plays tonight, that one amongst them. As you also got a new running back in the game, AT.
All right.
I think that's number 9, Bryce Barnes, the senior.
They throw it outside to Treefall again. This time well defended. Same play to the other side. Just a couple yard gain for the Warriors.
Right now for 2nd down, you like to see these young kids come in, take control of the offense as if Tank Kelly never left. Joe Mack with that nice pass to Threlfall. You get a solid enough pickup on the run. And now see what they dial up on 2nd down.
Joe Mack Smith. 2nd down and 7. Takes the snap. Gives the handoff to Barnes up the middle. Couple yards short of the line to gain, but marching a little bit. We got a substitution coming into the game for Snow Canyon at receiver. And I don't have a number. It's number 47 in your program. Actually, it's nothing in your program, but number 47 in your heart. And we'll try to figure out a name on that kid as Joe Mack Smith getting things figured out here on 3rd and 2 coming up for the Warriors. Takes a snap, gives it to Barnes up the middle. Muscle run by Barnes, who's not the biggest guy, but he runs with a big heart. 1st down.
A big heart picks him up a 1st down. Barnes, the running back, the senior, coming in, getting his first touches of the night. It's pretty evident that he's got speed, he's got quickness, and able to utilize it there behind that big offensive line who's been working hard all night long. Got a couple substitutions on the O-line as well now. Right tackle, right guard doing a good job to help Barnes push through for your Fabulous Freddy's 1st down.
Absolutely. That's big number 52, Andrew Castro, in at right tackle. Here's the snap to Smith. Hands it to Barnes. No, keeps it, sorry. Around the left side. And a good gain there on 1st down.
And Joe Mack caught in a Gator sandwich. Someone went low, someone went high, and he kind of springboards into a couple extra yards. And this Warriors offense, maybe they don't have the deep downfield play as they did with Tank Callahan, but they're still moving the football at an effective pace as they've once again entered the Hickman red zone.
Check out the Matt Hickman team powered by Academy Mortgage, the top 1% mortgage originator in the entire country. And they're right here in your backyard in southern Utah, proud sponsor of Region 9 football. Here's the snap to Smith, bobbles it, then gets it to Barnes. Barnes tries to get the edge, but pretty well contained by the Gators. It'll be 3rd down upcoming and short for Snow Canyon.
Good pop there by Sean Mackey of Green Valley as Barnes kind of propelled forward. Stopped him from maybe grabbing an additional yard or 2. And with it being 3rd and 2, that is an important tackle. When Mackey lowers the shoulder and puts Barnes into the turf.
Third and 2 for Joe Mack Smith. Will they keep it on the ground here? They will. Give it to Barnes. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose 1 yard. And a 4th down coming up for the Warriors, as it looks like they're going to sub in number 22, Cale Esplin.
Yeah, every time he's touched the ball tonight, it's only been twice.
Yeah.
But he's gone for big yardage, picked up 2 first downs. He's been essential. And we do have an injured Gator on the field. Hopefully everything's okay there. He's got his helmet off. Trainers have come out to give him a look.
All right, we'll take the injury timeout. 60-second break brought to you by Dixie Chiropractic. Back with more right after this.
Southern Utah's #1 indoor roller skating rink offers roller skating for all ages, a mini putting green, air hockey tables, and now excited to offer a new private party room with karaoke. Book your next birthday party or group event online at skatetherink.com. For upcoming events, follow us at The Rink on social media. The rink is located off Dixie Drive at the Be More Sports Complex. Once again, check us out at skatetherink.com. Let the good times roll, Southern Utah.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Welcome back. 4th and 3. Here we go. Joe Mack gets the snap. Gives the handoff to the left side, and he's going to come up just short of the 1st down marker. Handed it off to, was that Conrad Green out there still? Just came up a little bit short, and they'll turn it back over to the Gators.
They've been faking and teasing that sweep all night long, and it typically ends up in a quarterback draw where he just goes up the middle. They finally do it, and Green Valley covers it very well, works those edges, and the Gators will get the ball back. Last time we saw Tho, he was kind of shaken up, banged up on the play. Be interested to see if we see him for one more drive or if the Gators have moved on to the next man up. And it looks as if that's going to be the next man up, new quarterback out there for Green Valley.
All right, we'll get a name on the new QB for the Gators here with 5:33 left in the fourth quarter. They trail 35-7 to Snow Canyon.
I think that's going to be Ben Parker, AT.
All right, Parker pulls it down and runs. A big kid. And gets a good gain there on first down. 2nd and 1 or 2 coming up for the Gators.
Ben Parker, just a junior. You mentioned it. He's got some size out there. And I didn't think that Tho was a small quarterback by any means, but Parker certainly, he's got to be the same size as some of his linemen. A big dude. Not afraid to run it as we saw there. 2nd and 2.
2 running backs set for the Gators. Here's the snap. He'll give it. And the running back spurts outside, gets the first down. Nice run. And the Gators get a fabulous Freddy's first down. Some Hearst Ace Hardware updates. Pineview leads Tooele 38-14 late in the third quarter. Hurricane up 35-28 in the third over Hillcrest. Crimson Cliffs leading 28-0 over Springville.
Stangang, where are you at tonight? What a performance there. It's a good night in region play, AT.
Man.
The one exception might be Dixie right now up there in Park City, but everyone else seems to have things going their way.
We'll get you an update on the game up in Iron County tonight between Canyon View and Cedar. You're going to throw it deep and overshoot everybody and complete on first down. 4:01 on the clock.
What's crazy is that Snow Canyon's been able to have the contain and get the pressure they've had while still respecting the deep ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every single time that Tho went deep, this time when Parker goes deep, there's 3 Warriors around the ball. They're still playing the pass. This isn't man-on-man coverage, which goes to show that you have to be respectful and appreciate the effort that the linebacking core and the defensive line is putting in as well, because they're still making guys sweat despite the secondary playing conservative and making sure they're safe for any deep ball attempt.
2nd down, 10 to go. Here's that low snap. It hits the turf and then knocked away. The Gators pick it up, the running back, and he's got room, and he's going to run for a first down. Crazy play for Green Valley. Could have been disastrous, but a good Johnny-on-the-spot play there for a first down run by the running back.
It is the sophomore again, Elijah Cobwell. He got 1 carry prior to this, had about a 10-plus yard pickup, and this time watches Parker struggle forward. A Warrior knocks it back. He picks it up, has turf to work with, and turns it into a first down and then some for the Gators, now with 3:51 on our Nets on Fire clock.
Here's Ben Parker trying to get a drive going, even though that was kind of a fluke play that got him that first down. See if he can get something going through the air maybe. Parker, catch and throw over the middle, down the seam, incomplete. It was in the hands of the receiver. I think it may have been defensed pretty well there by Cale Esplin. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Esplin's had a good game tonight. I want to thank We Win Injury Law. They win for you, period. If you've been injured in an accident, we will fight and win for you, period. Visit them at 435wewin.com. That's 435wewin.com. You can see him in the far side of the end zone behind the goalpost there here at Snow Canyon High School. Appreciate all of our great local sponsors who get us on the air and allow us to bring you Region 9 content. The scoreboard, sponsored by We Win Injury Law, showing 35-7 home team Warriors.
2nd down and 10. Parker looking to wing one. He's going to have to pull it down and run again out of bounds. His helmet pops off. 3rd and a few coming up for the boys from Henderson, Nevada, who have been Road Warriors, playing at Harriman, at Snow Canyon. They go to California next week.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of how you put yourself in these positions to succeed later on. I know the likely 0-2 start to the season isn't the way you want to go about things, but ultimately, these games in Harriman, these games in Snow Canyon, they'll prep you when you end up in, I don't know if Nevada calls it region play or if it's classifications, but I know that Green Valley's of the 5A classification out there in Nevada. And they'll be a little bit more prepared because they've dealt with some of these physical Utah teams and got a feel for it.
3rd and 3. He's going to heave it deep and out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th down upcoming.
Interesting development there. That's Jack Tho back in the ball game. He's the one who decided to throw it far side of the field, streaking down the sideline, overthrows his man. He's gone that direction a couple different times tonight, and every single time it just seems as if he's overthrown his guy just a little bit. As Tho goes back to the sideline, and Parker comes back out.
4th down, 3 to go. Gators would love to get another score before their long bus ride home. And here comes the jump crew. Here's the snap to Parker. And they're just going to hand it off up the middle, and he's easily going to get the Fabulous Freddy's 1st down.
Strong running. I think that was Martinez, who's had a couple big-time runs tonight where if you try to tackle him up high, it's not going to work out for you. He's got that power and strength underneath where he can continue to push defenders forward. And as the chain gang moves forward, so does the clock. 3:10, and it continues to tick, tick, tick.
Here's Parker. 2 backs. Mainly able to run the ball since he's been in there. Hasn't had a lot of success throwing it down the field. Now he's going to pull it down and run again and be dragged down from behind by Snow Canyon for a short gain. That was number 31, Callan Kelly. Not to be confused with Talon Kelly.
Well, Callan Kelly did a good job. Parker, for a minute, thought he had a little bit of daylight, tucks that football, decides to take off, and then Kelly turns on the heat, chasing him down, pursuing from behind to limit that gain, because Parker did have some open room for just a little while, but it closed quickly when he felt 31 closing around his back.
2nd down for the Gators. Stay tuned for the Johnson Pediatric Postgame Show, hosted by our very own Rustin Burnside. Here's Parker. Shotgun snap. Looking to throw. Rolls over to the right and flings it. And off the fingertips of his receiver. Should have been caught. Incomplete. Receiver goes down on the sideline. Hopefully he's able to pop right up, and he does. And it'll be 3rd down. 1:53 left here in the 4th quarter.
Sean Mills, the senior, intended target. Sean will head back to the sideline, remove his helmet, take a knee. He's obviously in a lot of pain. As the Gators gear up for a 3rd. Substitutions being made on Snow Canyon's defensive line.
Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned for the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. We'll name an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game and give you some Wilkinson's stats, some score updates, and more. 3rd down, 8 to go. Here's Parker. Wants to keep his Gators on the field. Takes the shallow snap, and then a whistle blows. And these referees are going to say it's encroachment on Snow Canyon, and it'll make it that much easier for the Gators on this 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 3 now for Green Valley.
And you think it's so important to get these guys out there to have some varsity time, get some tackles, feel the speed of the game, especially where a lot of them are just playing at the JV level right now.
Right.
That's not entirely the case. It's also about learning discipline and understanding where to line up and how to snap, how to read certain things, and you get a taste of it there.
Here's Parker rolling out right. Will he throw it? Yes, he will. He'll dart one over to the running back. It's caught one-handed on the sideline. And it is a 1st down. And was that Ed Quillang again?
I think so.
Okay, so that was the slot over on the sideline, and what a catch.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight for the Gators. He's really shown up, and honestly, it's route running, it's breaking tackles, even some blocks on the edge. He's one of the guys to keep an eye on for Green Valley moving forward.
First and goal for the Gators. Parker fakes the handoff, then quarterback power up the middle. He's tripped up short of the goal line, but he gets to about the 1.5 with 1:44 and ticking. Snow Canyon with the 35-7 lead, but Gators playing for pride. They want to get into the end zone. And Snow Canyon, their second unit of defenders, want to keep them out. I think that's how this works. Here's Parker from the shotgun. Will they go power up the middle again? Here's the snap, and they will. Parker strolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Parker, good for him to come in, backup quarterback, junior, lead this team down the field, and he was effective. Absolutely amazing at running the football. He's got the size, the build, the strength to create a lot of chaos, whether he wants to run right, left, in between. Defenders have to be aware of that. The passing may not have been as spot on as they wanted it to be, but he had that one great completion, the one-handed grab from Theo Edquelang, who's been great all night long, and that kind of put Green Valley in a scenario to notch that second score. 35-13. Gators likely to go for 2 here, and Parker still out on the field, points to his left, and he's going to stay in the gun with Martinez to his right.
All right, we're ready for the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Big collision, but the Gators are going to fall in for the conversion. It'll make it 35-15 on our We Win Injury Law scoreboard. Check out We Win Injury Law if you've been in an accident involving a semi-truck, been bitten by a dog, or you or someone you love is suffering from senior care abuse. WeWinInjuryLaw.com. 1 minute break. Back with the rest of this one. Snow Canyon leading on ESPN 97.7.
Feeling pain from a car accident? Go to Dixie Chiropractic, your trusted clinic. No worries. You don't pay if it wasn't your fault. Their experts ensure a hassle-free recovery. Visit them today for laser therapy, spinal decompression, ozone, PRP, Calmar therapy, and more. Your path to recovery starts at DixieChiro.com.
DixieChiro.com. DixieChiro.com.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's.
Welcome back. Thanks for being with us. This one's almost in the book. Stay tuned for the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show hosted by Rustin Burnside and Big Game James back in the ESPN studios. As soon as this one comes to an end, we'll say goodnight to our television audience and go strictly radio. But thanks to everybody for watching this one on sportsradio977.com. And it's been a fun game to call here if you're a Snow Canyon fan, as they've put on an exciting performance for the home faithful. Here comes a onside kick attempt, and the hands team out there for the Warriors. We'll see what Green Valley can make happen here. Here's the kick. Chopper up the middle, and the ground ball is finally fallen on. But it was a good attempt. Then we got a flag, some extracurriculars. And I think it'll put Snow Canyon about 15 yards further ahead on the field. Or maybe they'll go backwards. Who the heck knows? Maybe it was against Snow Canyon. Game tonight brought to you by our good friends at St. George Topper. Don't go topless. Check out St. George Topper on the Boulevard with all the best shells, covers, and truck accessories. St. George Topper with over 30 years of experience in the industry. Appreciate them supporting local high school athletics here. And we'll see a couple of kneel downs.
Looks like we do have an update in the Pineview Tooele game. 3 consecutive games after not scoring more than 30 points all last year. The Panthers will put up 40-plus. They're up on Tooele at the start of the fourth, 45-14. All Panthers against the Buffaloes. And Springville did score, by the way. 7-19 in the fourth. Mustangs 28. Red Devils 7.
Man.
Mustangs still in cruise control in that one.
Springville's running back, Rustin, had how many touchdowns in 2 games?
10.
Yeah.
5 apiece, and tonight he probably has their 1.
Right.
But I mean, man, the way Springville played Dixie, I was led to believe, and I still do because I believe the Flyers are going to be just fine, that this might be one of the baddest teams out there, especially in the 5A level. And then Crimson welcomes them out there to Washington Fields and absolutely handles them. That is an impressive win. After a week from losing by 3 to Bingham and what was a very, very tough ball game, you'd feel you'd be emotionally drained, mentally drained, physically drained. Looks like the Mustangs are going to be just fine as they're looking to avenge that runner-up finish in the state championship last year. They certainly got the pieces to do so.
Here's the handoff to Barnes, and he's going to be stopped for a loss.
And we are officially under a minute here at Snow Canyon High School, 51-50. Clock continues to move. We'll see how many more plays the Warriors decide they want to get in with this 35-15 lead. 20-point ball game here in Santa Clara. Line gets down, stands back up, not quite set as the Warriors go into the victory formation. This one all but done. SCHS, convincing win by Snow Canyon. Stick around for the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show where we're going to hand out a couple of awards. We got the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game to give out, as well as the Sky Mountain Golf Course Player of the Game. Clock still reads 12, but the Warriors have come out to celebrate. The Gators are headed out to the high five line as they say congrats to one another in what was a fantastic showing by Snow Canyon. We've watched them play Stansbury to what was pretty much the bitter end. That was a tight game against a tough Stallions team. We watched them handle Manti after a slow start, and now their most convincing win of the season, 35-15 over the Gators out of Henderson, Nevada. We're going to take a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. We'll be back with the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show here on ESPN 97.7.
Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
Fabulous Freddy's has increased their speed for full-service washes. In a hurry? Get your vehicle vacuumed, the windows wiped down, and tires washed all in under 20 minutes. You want fabulous, fast, friendly service? Go to Fabulous Freddy's. And Fabulous Freddy's is still wiping every car and still giving 10 cents off a gallon.
Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at WeWinInjuryLaw.com.
If you haven't stopped by Wilkinson's House of Lighting lately, you're in for a brilliant surprise. Introducing the Wilkinson's Lamp Room. Come and shop an entire room dedicated to lamps. From simple to exquisite, you'll find just what you need to light up your home or office in any category. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, winner of Best of Southern Utah 4 years running. Come in and see our all-new lamp room just off Main Street, or find us online at shopwilkinsons.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first for all your around-the-home needs with Ace's Red Hot Buys. Get organized with a 6-foot shelving unit for just $59.99 and save $40 instantly on select DeWalt tools. Ace pleated air filters are buy 3, get 1 free. And get 10% off when you buy 4 grilling sauces, seasonings, and rubs. Find specials throughout the store at Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This game is in the books. Let's send it down live for the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show.
Welcome back. Snow Canyon High School, home of the Warriors and home of the 2-1 Region 9 current leaders. Now, of course, they're going to be tied up with a couple